Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of the A-Listers, ladies and gentlemen. We're out here. We're here to talk about the Primera Liga. Finally, the Premier League is back. I'm so tired, bro. I'm so tired of this international football. It's so jarring. It's so jarring. It's actually jarring watching international football. But we're here. We tried to do Sweden, Kosovo for you guys. 18 minutes of Isak, must-see TV. You get me? 18 minutes of eliteness right there. Regardless, love every single one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us on yet another episode. We know the England game is on in the background, but who really cares? Like, who actually cares like that? No one. You wanna know why? Because England are boring. Even though they're 3-0 up, but they're still boring. Anyway, joining me first and foremost, 1,000,000% Arsenal are gonna beat Liverpool. 1,000,000%. There are no excuses. 1,000,000%. This is the time where the football club called Liverpool are gonna have to change to Everton. How are you doing, Gunnar Sulz?
All good, man. All good. Yeah, just a blip in the road, man. At the end of the season, you know, we'll be lifting the big A's, and it is what it is, man. We'll get the Premier League title. You wonder, what is it, the battle will win the war, that kind of thing, innit? So it is what it is. We keep it moving.
You haven't won a war for the last 25 years, though. That's
Don't worry, man. Like, we're building to it, innit?
It's been a while since you won the war. It's been a really long time, brother.
But it's a new season, innit? It's a new war. Like, this is World War IV now, innit? So we keep it moving.
I hear you. I hear you. Joining us next on the channel, world champion / big fraud, but I absolutely love working with this guy. He knows it. How you doing, Ahmed? Sky Sports Ahmed, by the way.
Oh my god. Listen, first of all, big up everyone. Hope you do. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Big up. Listen, man, you know, can't wait for Saturday, 8 p.m.
Can't wait for?
Saturday, 8 p.m. That's when Chelsea play.
Oh yeah, Chelsea Brentford. Yeah. You kind of threw me up there a little bit. I was like, what's going on at Saturday 8 p.m.? I realized.
Yeah, listen, Chelsea's playing 8 p.m. UK time, so lovely.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Ahmed. Thank you so much for joining us. Joining us next, my frenemy, my brother and my enemy for life. Absolutely love this guy as well. Working with him is so much fun, specifically when we team up, which actually we've been doing a lot lately. I realized we've low-key been teaming up. I told the people didn't believe me. I told you Matisse and Troops were the problem, not me and him. They didn't believe us. Now you see, you should believe us. Hi, Flawless.
I agree with you, man. I agree 110%, man. Blame Troops and Matisse. Big up for having me, though. Appreciate it. Shout out to Ahmed. Big up Sulz as well. Looking forward to the show, man. And again, man, always look forward to the show. So blessed for having me on.
Big up Flawless, man. Big up. You're always welcome. And last but not least, I feel bad for Flawless because he's about to get gaslit for this guy for the next 3 hours. You get me? I don't know how he does it by himself. I don't think I could do a one-on-one stream with Vator. I just don't think I can.
As soon as you said it, we all knew what name was coming.
You know what?
Listen, shout out Vator, man. Shout out to Vator, man.
You know why me and Vator can coexist is because of our dislike for Liverpool. That's why. So that's where it comes from. Because of our dislike for he loves crashing on Liverpool, and hey, I'm all for it. That's where it stems from.
But then he starts speaking about your club and
yeah. Then when he starts talking, I'm like, we ain't doing that over here. So he's with me now. He's hammering him out. Like, so we good now. Yeah, he's hammering him out now. You're saying, yeah. I was like, you joke, man. Shout out to him.
Hi, mate.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's time. It's time. What a season we've got upcoming. 3 games in and the drama has just begun. Listen, there's a reason why Don, I don't know who gave him the name Don, but Don Husam cannot do a one-on-one. You heard it from himself. He cannot do a one-on-one with me. Damn. But we are back. Let's get it going.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Vator Games.
You know what it is. Let's go. Let's
wheel it.
Show pop.
Wheel it. You already know you have to wheel it on this.
Oh, we got to do it. You know what? We got to do it.
Fire.
Yeah, let's go.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Vator Games.
You forgot your infamous statement. That's what the ladies say. Anyway.
You know what it is. You know what it is.
That's what the ladies say.
Run it back. That's what the ladies say. You know what it is.
Yeah, Lord.
That's Vator infamous statement right there. That's what the ladies say. Fair enough, Vator. Fair enough. That's how you get down. That's how you get down. You get me. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Big up to Redline Teranga. 2 games away from World Cup. What a comeback at Congo. Senegal is what Redline Teranga is saying. Oh, you're still qualifying for the World Cup? My country's in it already. You're still qualifying, Habibi? Fair enough. Fair enough. You're still qualifying. Fair enough. Big up to you, man. Congratulations, Redline Teranga. Guys, as always, every link is in the description. Every single link is in the description. Because without fail, every single week, you guys ask me where I can find this guy, where I can find that guy in the description. That's where you can find everyone. You get me? So, yeah. Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Jay will be joining us in a bit, hopefully. I'm just waiting on him. So, yeah. Jay will be joining us in a bit. And all the links are in the description. So, go subscribe over to the Bridge Nation. Go subscribe to Gunnar Souls if he decides to start uploading as well. Subscribe to Sarcasm City TV. Subscribe to Vator Games. You get me for more gaslighting. So, yeah, big up to all of you guys. And anyway, I wanted to start this off with, funnily enough, speaking about both your clubs, because, first of all, Manchester City, the whole associated partners thing. And then you got the Manchester Derby as well this Sunday. So talk to me, Vator. The floor is yours. We start with you.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to discuss. I don't want to monopolize this whole show because City are doing the damn thing, whether it's on or off the pitch. Now, we put in the work. Listen, we put in the work. We saw an injustice in football. We saw that things weren't quite right with regards to the rulings, and we had to go and fight. Many want to refer to City right now as Robin Hood. We got to fight the rich and make sure that we give back to the quote unquote poor. So we did the Robin Hood. With regards to
use that as a reference. He can't use that as a reference, man.
This guy's I say this all the time, man. Vator, you lot can hate.
You
lot can hate.
You're the one who used outrageous claim, bro. Isak, you called him some. No,
man,
man.
I agree with when it comes to this public speaking thing. Alvin is anyone better than Vator? I'm not gonna lie, man. He might be the best. He might be the best.
My blue brother. I had to go and fight. I had to go and fight against the establishment. I had to go against these rules that were put in place to stop. And right now, there's no panel member representing Newcastle, but I had to go and fight against an unjust. Now, I fought it, and I came on the other side as a victor. Don't listen to the publications. Yes, it was a settlement, but it was a win-win. And you know what a win-win is, Husam. Sometimes you got to keep face for the club and the league. So everyone's happy. There's a few things. There's a few things that weren't capable, that weren't available to my club, and we fought and got that available. I don't know if you heard, but there's a few sponsorship deals that had to be put on the shelf. I couldn't get the full proper value for it. That's all changed with this ruling. Now, my Blue Brothers, Newcastle, we put in this fight. Unfortunately, we were the only ones putting in this fight. And when it came down to the 11th hour, the 12th hour, I had to make a decision. And right now, that decision was best for my club. I couldn't bring you guys along.
Blue, by the way.
So what? What did you say?
You said Newcastle, my Blue Brothers. They ain't blue, brother.
No, first I said my Blue Brother. I was talking. You were looking down probably on your phone. I was referring to Ahmed, and then I was speaking to my Newcastle brothers. Now we had to.
Newcastle, your brothers too.
Newcastle, your brothers. What? You stabbed them in the back.
I'm just asking.
Newcastle.
It's kind of like growing big, man.
They're kind of like the brothers because they're on the outs. They're not welcomed. I know how the Red Cartel, right? I see Sulz up there, Husam, and you with your head tilted. I know how you guys didn't want to add new people to the table. So when we got the Chelsea, when we got the cities, Newcastle or one of those new additions, I see them as my brother because no one wants them at the table as well. Now, I had to put in the fight for a ruling that I thought was wrong. And we'll see what the ramifications are for it down the road.
Can I clarify something? Did you say you
absolutely? I'm here to speak.
Wait. Did you say you had to fight the rich
You might want to think of me as Robin Hood because I had to fight against the rich and kind of give to the quote unquote poor.
You do realize your side of the pie has more money than our side of the pie. You do realize that, right? So what rich are you fighting?
Oh, that's the funny thing is when you're established rich, when you're old money rich, you don't want the new rich to the mix. Yeah, we got more money over there, but you don't want us at the party.
You're not fighting the rich. You're richer than us. You're fighting the poor.
But you didn't want me at the party.
Yeah,
I'm fighting that. That's what I'm fighting against.
You're fighting the poor. Let's be real. You're fighting the poor here.
You're claiming poor. No,
yes.
Don't do that. Red Cartel
compared to you, man. Compared to your owners, yes, my owners are poor.
So
compared to Newcastle's owners, we're all poor.
You admit these rules were put in place to prevent us to be able to spend the way we should be able to spend with the investors that want to invest in the club. Is that what you're admitting?
Yeah, but there has to be fair, though, innit? Like you can't.
Oh, fair for who?
For everyone. This rules apply to
That's
everyone.
what I'm doing. I want it fair for everyone.
No, you're not. You don't want it. You want it fair for you guys. Because you know you can literally pump, and not be affected.
No, that's not true. Souls, what I did allows all of us to go out and get those sponsorship deals. What I did allows
no. You know exactly what it does because you man are rich. You're different, gravy rich though. That's different.
No, listen.
Exactly what Tyler is saying here. You know, I don't like to read super chats mid-argument, but this is just so
Oh, but in this case, let's do it.
Fun, baby, saying I got it out.
He got you there. He's got you there. He's got you there.
Yeah, because
it's true. It's
true. Trust fund, baby, saying I got it out of the mud. That's literally what Vator.
I have one question.
Why is Vator trying to act like he's Robin Hood? I don't get it.
Who's the poor you've gave to? Who's benefit?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. What clubs?
Okay.
This doesn't benefit anyone except you, you fraud.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
So how does Brighton benefit from associated partners?
Because of you got to think of the ruling.
Who's Tony Bloom's cousin that's sponsoring him?
No, see now, see this is the point. There may be those cousins out there. There may be those brothers, those associated partnerships down the road that we're making possible. That's the point. You guys wanted to close the door on it. We wanted there to be some availability. Don't just close it off. Don't look at, oh, this is how business is done on that side of the world and just cut it off completely. No, we understand that how things are done in the West, how things are done in the East may be different. We want inclusion. That's what we fought for. Now, at the end of the day, I get it. We have more money, but I'm not the richest. Souls, are you going to sit there and say that Newcastle are richer than me or no?
Souls, wait, because he dodged the question. How does this help the rest of the Premier League?
It helps the rest of the Premier League because if they have partnerships similar to what I just described, they can actually leverage them. That's my point. You think there's no brothers and cousins in America that want to maybe partner up and do some business? You don't want to think that there's other deals that happen.
Yeah, maybe everyone just has a cousin who's a billionaire sitting out there.
Or a wife. Souls, maybe a wife, right? A wife that's part of a dynasty with regards to Walmart.
You need a bidet to wash your mouth. And you need like disinfectant. Like you need something that kills 99.99% of the germs. Because the amount of bullshit that I'm hearing from you right now is it's actually unbelievable.
Because you know it only benefits the Arab owners. Like let's be real.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this as the Arab as well. How does this help Brighton? Tony Bloom ain't got no rich cousin, bro. What's wrong with you?
Okay, how does if you're there to help the poor and break down the establishment? How does Burnley? Let's go to the bottom of the pile. How do Burnley benefit from this?
So this is what I don't like. But you fit. So this is what I don't like, but you fit right in with Husam. Let's do extremes. Let's go and talk about Burnley now.
No, Burnley are a Premier League team, so if
we can't help. We can't help all 8 teams.
No. If it
you claim that you help the poor, Burnley is the best example because they're the poorest club.
They're the poorest club, but when we want to talk
so they're the best example of helping the poor.
Okay.
So how does Burnley benefit? I'm just curious now. Like, how do
okay, so hear me out, Souls, because we've seen a lot of change in ownership, right? We've seen maybe some investors who invest in your stadium again. What's your stadium called again?
The Emirates.
Well,
Emirates. Where does that money come from? Where does that money come from?
Emirates is a sponsor, though. That's a name.
Yeah, it's a sponsor. It's a sponsor. So hear me out. What if that sponsor then wants to do additional additional sponsorship within the same club? What if that sponsor becomes a majority sponsor? What if that happens with regards to other clubs like Burnley, where they happen to have close synergy or partnership, and the league is going to be like, no, we're not allowing it.
You're missing the point. Those clubs
not-
don't have that stuff that you're talking about.
My point is, we've crashed on a rule that affects the future. You guys are all dealing with right now. That's the problem with you. That's why this rule was created to begin with, because you're like, oh, Newcastle, we got to put a rule into place. Let's slow them down. I'm saying we've prevented a rule for the future. You're not going to crash it on other clubs that happen to get new sponsorship. Maybe it comes out of the Emirates. Maybe it comes out of the East. Who knows? But you're not going to prevent them from being able to have sponsorships. I did something for the future.
Even if
not
the
just
UAE
present.
sponsors Burnley, it's not an associated partner.
Yeah.
So it's not related
how would
to
they
this.
associate?
My point
Because
is,
Burnley will never be owned by a sheikh. So you have debunked your own point.
Are Qataris looking to get into the league? Is that rumored? Is that speculated?
Okay,
Yes.
even if, yeah, okay.
Okay,
let's
so
say
I just did good work for the potential of a Qatari owner coming to the league and the quote-unquote associated partner.
So you haven't helped the poor,
The question, wait. The
You haven't
question
helped the
is,
poor.
They
man.
may become sponsors of a poor
The
club.
Robin
question
Hood out there
directly is,
bullshit.
how are you Robin Hood, and which poor are you helping?
The poor that he's helping is the Qataris. They're very known for being
Very,
broke.
very
You
poor.
know-
they are.
You guys are
Very,
being
very
Ahmed.
poor.
Hold on.
The Qataris are
Because
so
this-
poor.
This is great. This is great. I love the content for Husam when he matches up with Judge Mo. Great, because they're going to go so literal with what you want to talk about. They're going to go so specific, or they're going to go so extreme.
Yeah,
I
don't want to
cannot
explain.
help Souls. I
Who-
cannot help every club in the league. I can't.
Okay,
But
so
I can do-
Who do you help? Which poorish club do you help?
I want to know who you've helped. I do want to know who you've helped.
Have I?
Yeah,
that's
who?
not-
Question.
Have I not helped? Have I not helped a Newcastle?
No,
Yeah,
you actually
how?
stabbed them in the back. Not like
Yeah,
did I
Ahmed.
How did I stab them? In the
Even
back?
Martin said that today, because Newcastle now, because of the settlement, can't do the Saudi Airlines thing.
But that's on them because we were the ones fighting the suit. So when we have to come to a settlement,
Who have you helped? That's what we're asking. So you haven't helped.
no, we have helped.
How?
are
You
you trying-
literally just said they can't do a deal. So how have you helped?
No, they
them?
can't do that deal. They can't do that deal. But
Yes,
we
so how have you helped them? Because that is an APT direct deal. They don't have many more. They can only do Saudi Airlines, maybe.
The poor,
visit Saudi,
Souls,
they
this is
never-
his answer. The
no,
poor
so-
that they've
so-
helped is the Qataris, because they're known for being broke, you know. So one day, if Qatar
You know-
buys a very big club, he has
Can I ask
helped
a question
the
here?
poor
Now,
in
can I,
Qatar.
yeah, let me ask the question here. Is this agreement to do the 115, or is the 115 still pending?
No, that's separate. That's separate.
No, that's
All right.
Ahmed, that's
That's
an
it.
excellent question.
This is basically right.
Yeah.
Like just to put it like
Yeah.
this is basically gonna stop like Todd Bowley going to his brother and go, for each strain of grass, you can pay like £1 billion per grass that we've got to sponsor a piece of grass. It's stopping basically like a partner from, or like a brother, or like a cousin, or a family member
Who helped do that?
What's that?
Who helped do that?
What do you mean? Who helped do that?
Who
That was
helped-
the Premier League rule anyway, but you settled.
We had to try and refine it. It was too extreme. When we go to a settlement, what they first had in place, we're not rocking with that. They had to scale it back. That's what we fought for. Now, listen, you Reds, I get it.
No, but even
you don't
with
want
APT,
change.
as long as it's a fair deal that represents fair market
And
value,
that's
they
also
don't
what we
give a
challenge.
shit.
How
But
you're
you guys,
how
but
you're
what you guys are
determining fair.
but what you guys are trying to do is have sponsorship deals that outperform some of the biggest clubs in the world.
Here we go. You,
That's
Don
when
Husam, and Judge Mo. Yeah,
That's
extreme.
when-
You want
How?
stop this. We don't
Why are you
want
mentioning Mo? Mo
You know-
ain't here, bro.
It's
he ain't
be
here,
honest.
but he's part of it. Because you guys
But can
like
I
to
be
do
honest?
extremes.
No,
But
it's
can I
not
be
extreme.
honest?
I'm
But-
literally explaining.
but
I'm
can
not
I
even
be-
saying what you've done.
My
All
blue
I'm saying
brother.
is-
Let me
Yeah,
hear
but
from my
let-
blue brother, please.
No, no.
You
Can I have a-
I have
like,
to,
for
I have to
example-
step in here a little bit. I have to step in here a little bit.
Yeah, my
because-
blue brother. Hold,
you know,
do that while I
I'm gonna have to
sanitize
back him
because
here a
it's
little
so
bit.
dirty. These
Yeah.
guys are so dirty.
Yeah, you got.
Sanitize your mouth
I'm
from the
gonna-
bullshit.
talking.
The reason why I'm gonna step in here is because listen, I think for
My
me,
ears.
there shouldn't
Contaminated.
be how we value how clubs get deals. I think you're entering a dangerous area there, because then you know what I mean, like, because like there's some which of course may be black and white, right? But then there's gonna be situations where if I get like a £60 million like deal from, let's say for example, let's say Qatar Airways, because that's the one that's just come to my head, right?
Yeah.
What Chelsea Football Club is that? Can we realistically say it's a fair deal? For example, we finished.
Right. Okay. Let me explain it. Because it's not a straight yes or no answer here. Say, for example, let's say Qatar Airlines now sponsor 2 clubs. Let's say they go to Real Madrid and sponsor them from, let's just hypothetically say £5 million, right? That same sponsorship, let's say it's a sleeve deal, right? Let's just make it equal. And they come to you. In your opinion, right? So I need to know the answer to this to understand how I can answer this. In your opinion, who's the bigger club?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, we get into dangerous territory here because also
No.
The reason why I say that, the reason why I also listen, you need to realize, guys. No. The reason why I'm gonna say that is that you also need to think about the market. Whether we like to admit or not, La Liga's market, bro.
You just killed him. You just killed him.
No.
That's why I had to fight.
That's not what I'm asking. It's not about. Look. That they will take
the La Liga
account.
market is different to Real Madrid. We're not talking about Villarreal.
No. That's not true.
Okay. Let's
the reason why I say that. The reason why
let me bring it back to the same. Let's go. Let's say Qatar.
Let me. Okay, I understand that. Let me just speak. Let me just like address Mo's point. Not Mo's point. Hassan's point. Yeah.
Same thing. Don't worry about it.
Okay, fair enough. Listen, Hussam. Let's think about this logically, right? Okay.
No, it's the point.
We're going to be past it. You're going to have to move past it.
Let me just quickly clarify.
No, the reason why I wanted to say what I'm trying to say.
Finish. Go ahead.
Oh, wow.
Listen, the point I'm going to say is quite simply this, Hussam. Yes, Real Madrid can be a big club. Yes, they are a big club. Sorry. Yes, they are a big club, obviously, and everything like that. But at the same time, whilst yes, you are a big club, you also need to factor in the league that you're into. How is that league looking? How is that league financially? What is that producing too, right? A good example I can just use right now for us here in terms of this TV rights deal is the Bundesliga. Bro, they can be one of the best clubs in the world, but the TV revenue-wise, bro, they ain't getting good deals internationally.
Okay, let me bring it back to another point, right? So let's say, for example, let's use Chelsea, right? You've got Qatar Airlines, right? Let's say Nottingham Forest go in and one Qatar Airlines as well. Let's say they're both owned by Arabs or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, if for example Chelsea get a £15 million deal, like you mentioned, or £16 million, whatever, right? Nottingham Forest go in and get £50 million for the same deal. Is that a fair market value in your eyes?
Again, listen. All I'm gonna say is that it depends on why did Chelsea accept.
So you're telling me Nottingham Forest deserve more money for the same exact deal?
Hey man, I'm going to say, listen, if they were able to negotiate and agree to that deal with Qatar Airways, then you have to say yes. If Qatar Airways feels that way,
you're fine with clubs going there and be like, yo, bro, listen, brother, like I know we're brothers, we were born together, you've raised me, this, that. Bro, I need a favor, £100 million.
The problem
with them, but I want at least 200, 300,
yes,
400.
Because the problem is, yes, the reason why I'm okay with that, because the problem then becomes, is that we are then starting to do this thing of like, we're capping sponsors on what they can pay
common
the clubs.
sense. We know Chelsea get more exposure. There's no question about Chelsea.
Yes, that can be
more eyes on them. They've got more places. They've got Champions League football. They've got other places. They're bigger. They've got more exposure, more fan base, more power. Like that is just reality. There's certain realities that exist as well. So when you're talking about
big club reality,
what you're saying, is true. I'm not going to disagree with you. But my problem is here. Yes, that can all be true, but if the sponsor does not feel that way, how are we meant to then address that, bro? I think for me, that's where the problem sits in.
But here's the thing: if you're talking about neutral partners, that's different. Like for example, there's no associations at all with clubs. Now, what APT is directly talking about is, say for example, me and you, Ahmed, are brothers. You want me to get into business with you. Now, I will inflate it because I need to help you also achieve a goal or achieve something, right? So I will inflate that deal. It doesn't matter because the reality is, you'll do a backhand.
Sulz is spitting, by the way. He never saying anything wrong. He's saying the truth.
That's what I'm talking. It's not about like, let's say for example, Qatar is Qatar, right? No one has any family relations. Cool, that can be fair. But the reality of the matter is, this as well. Like when you ask a friend or a family member, something like that, they may do a favor in return of another favor somewhere else.
Okay.
That's what this APT.
Let's also keep in mind. Let's also keep in mind that City went to fight this because for some reason it was okay for owners to give loans at discounted interest rates, which was essentially giving them a break, giving them an advantage, quote unquote, associated advantage, because the money's not paid back to what market value is. and that was deemed okay. But when we want to talk the partnerships, when Sulz want to talk about inflation, no, let me finish. Don't do the shaking your hand. But when we wanted to talk about sponsorships and it's being slightly more or higher, that's now wrong. That's what we fought. That's what when I talk about the rich and the poor, because you guys all established with your shareholders and you're giving out owner loans and saying, you know what, I'm gonna give you a break on how much you got to pay back. I'm gonna give you a break on how many points you got to pay back.
But
that
even
is not fair.
Even Ahmed don't even agree with your helping the poor point. Stop bullshit.
I don't care. Hear what my last point was with regards to loans and a break on the interest rates.
Okay, let's take that. Let's take that example.
Oh,
right?
okay. Yeah.
Even when you're talking about loans, right, for owners, they're capped anyway. So they can only loan and you can only invest or whatever word you want to use.
It's not about the cap, Sulz.
It's capped against the revenue the club
You're
makes.
not paying market rate to pay it back.
No one pays market rate.
Big up, man.
The rich have a different market. The rich don't pay the interest we pay.
That's what I'm fighting. I'm fighting the rich.
Okay, even if you say poor versus poor, even poor versus poor, there's different interest rates.
Vator, you're completely sinking in this argument.
No. You know what? I'm actually going to help Vator.
I think if any of us, let me just say one thing, please. If
example.
any of us claimed, wait.
Vator, man. Vator.
You realize the difference between me and you, and Sulz and even Ahmed. No one here claimed that it's a victory for the Premier League. It's not a victory for the Premier League because the Premier League had to settle. And the Etihad deal is going through. Therefore, it's not a victory for the Premier League. That's not what we're saying. Our point is you're claiming it's a victory for the poor. It's not a victory for the poor. You're not Robin Hood. You saved Manchester City. You didn't save Newcastle. You didn't save Chelsea. You didn't save anyone else. And that's the point when it comes to all this. We're talking about association.
Am I the villain in this?
Wait, I didn't say that. Not every story needs to have a hero and a villain.
If I'm not Robin Hood and I'm not,
so you're either Robin Hood or you're the villain. You settled. You settled. You settled.
Yeah,
there is no hero. There is no villain. You both shook hands. So now back to the topic. As I was saying, no one here, you're not helping the poor because the poor don't have associated partners. Burnley don't have associated partners.
Not yet.
Neither do Brentford. Neither
Not
do
yet.
Leeds. Neither do any of these clubs.
Not yet.
And that's the point.
The point is not yet.
Even if Qatar buys a football club in the Premier League, by definition, you're helping the rich, not the poor, because the Qataris are not poor, Vator.
Oh, no, sorry, you're missing the point. No. When I said rich, I didn't mean rich in terms of value. I meant rich in terms of history. I meant rich in terms of competitiveness. That's what you missed. The red cartels are rich. You guys all have the trophies, all have the history, all have the
you just told Sulz that what if Kroenke's wife want to sponsor him, so you're helping the rich?
You know what?
No, let me make the point.
I'm going to help you.
I fought the rule.
1-0 Husam. Go ahead, Ahmed.
Listen, why not? Why is it Kroenke's wife, if she truly believes in Arsenal, not sponsoring them? No, let's actually address these issues at point blank period. If my brother wants to sponsor my club and wants to pay that agreement because he believes that's what the agreement my football club is, why not let him do it? Why not let him do it?
No. But that's what APT allows. It allows
Ahmed,
for that.
I have an answer for that. It's an economic.
You're missing about the rule. No, but you're missing a complete part of the rule. Is it has to still be fair. It can't just be like, oh, you're not worth £1 billion, but here you go, have £1 billion. It can't be that way. It can't be like.
And that's why I agree with Sulz. Saudi Airlines now can't sponsor Newcastle for 700 million, while Liverpool get 300 million from the sponsor. City did that 15 years ago.
I mean, but that's the point, Husam. Like, they did it then, but now they're one of the biggest clubs in the world. So
because of doing
deals, but most deals now would appear fairly fair value if you paid City top dollar because they are one of the biggest clubs.
Exactly.
So fake it till you make it is fine in this instance, because I don't get the overarching point, because City now are, like, whether we like it or not, credibly.
Wait, no, I don't like that. I don't like that phrase.
Fine, okay. City
like
now
it,
are credibly.
Is that okay? Wait.
I don't like whether we
it?
like it or not, because it's implied he doesn't like it. No, take that out.
But we know he don't like it though.
Just say we don't like it. Don't do the
That's
double.
how he feels, Peter. That's how he feels.
No, don't do the double. He doesn't like it. Just say I don't like it.
Okay, so whether people like it or not, me personally, I'm ambivalent towards the situation. I would say that City now, they could have record-breaking sponsorship deals because they are a big club. Like if Etihad come to City, I expect it to be crazy money. 10 years ago, I'd be like, okay, why would you pay them that? But now it's a bit like, fair. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
Well-
and that's the thing. City in the public eye are guilty. Why? Because City, for all of us, other than Vator, because he's gonna gaslight, for all of us, we know that they built their foundations based on this shit before the FFP and before the PSR. Now, here's the answer to Ahmed's question. The reason why this can't run, Ahmed, is because they're all linked to the same person. And I'll tell you what this means. You can't make a rule for the Arabs and then make a rule for the Americans. You can't, by definition, because that's called, like, it's actual racism that way. You can't go like, if an Arab owner does this, then it's not okay, but if an American does it, it's okay. But here's the issue. Qatar, Saudi, UAE, everything is owned by the same people, the government. Meaning, even if, let's say me and Sulz are cousins, okay? Let's say I run Jordanian Airways and Sulz runs Jordanian mining, whatever, right? Like he owns the factories. Our money does not belong to us. It belongs to the Jordanian government because that's the thing. No, there are no private companies in terms of like the big money. So the banks are not private. All these guys are not private. So they all link back to the United Arab Emirates government, to the Saudi Arabia government, to the Qatar government. So the problem is the source of the money in all these companies is the same guy or is the same family or is the same group. Therefore, the Premier League now, even though on paper they should allow Kroenke's wife to sponsor him, but the Premier League can't go like, yeah, but Kroenke's wife could sponsor him, it's okay, but the Arabs, it's different. You cannot do that. So that's why
no. I mean, listen, I agree with that. So therefore, we should make it all equal. That's how the ATP.
Yeah, and that's what the Premier League are doing.
Wait,
the Premier League, by doing this, are avoiding another Man City. We're avoiding that.
We don't need to avoid Man City. We need more Man Cities. We need more Man Cities. That's what I'm agreeing with you.
You heard it.
No, we don't.
Ahmed, you heard it. You hear the red cartel. We don't need another Man City.
These
crazy.
These guys are stopping Newcastle and Aston Villa. They're stopping Newcastle and Aston Villa.
Anti-competition. How is that crazy to not want another successful side?
Anti-competition.
You know what it is, man?
Yes, definitely. Yes.
It's funny because the United fan is saying this because they know, if that didn't exist, bro, they'd be 8 for life on the table. Season currently at this rate. So, hey, man, the game's the game.
Of course, we have about like it's wrong. Like we are all anti-competition. Hence why we'll go pick players from the other. If we all weren't anti-competition, you don't go and buy the best players from other teams in the league. That's how City got their start.
No, that is for competition. Let's all compete. Let's all go out and get the players that we can.
But you're taking away. Buy from outside the Premier League. Then don't buy from within.
No, we can all compete inside.
No, you can't compete.
You
are taking away the best players from other teams in the Premier League. If it was all about them being at their strongest, don't buy from them.
No.
It's a fair point.
You don't work like that because they don't fit your narrative. That's
it's not about a narrative. It's about if a player doesn't want to remain at your club, right?
No, the player, why should they want? You went and approached him. No. You went and approached him. Players didn't jump up and down to want to leave.
Okay. Flawless. I know not too long ago, there's many players that wanted to leave your club. If they happen to want to leave your club, there's no problem with me getting them.
You come and get any of them. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about City. I'm talking about when you lot go and buy from within the Premier League.
Listen, when Adebayor came over to my club, he was happily.
Adebayor was one. That was it. Yeah. That's the only one.
You think Nasri wanted to stay at Arsenal as well?
Yeah, he did. He
didn't.
Before you went in and got him, he wanted to stay. He was calm.
No.
Well, let him go elsewhere then. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be help, go elsewhere.
United. That's the funny
part.
Elsewhere.
Evra
told the story.
Man, anti-competition.
But my point is, you came to City.
No. You pick and choose your anti-competition. I'm anti-competition everywhere.
No, I'm not. I want competition.
So don't buy from within the Premier League. Then you should be against your club buying from within the Premier League because that weakens the competition.
No, Flawless. It doesn't weaken the competition.
Yes, it does. If you go and buy the best player from somebody in the Premier League, how does it not weaken them?
Because you're missing it. Let's because if we use it just in natural business, if you want to retain your talent, you go and keep your talent happy. So I can't take a player from you if they're happy with where they are.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't. How?
You don't necessarily. So every player you bought from within the Premier League was unhappy where they was at.
Every player that
No.
left wherever they were,
It was not
wanted.
unhappy. You was a better situation, but they weren't unhappy. Grealish was.
Yes, so the competition is for you to keep your house clean. You keep it, so they want to stay where you're at.
Did the bully thing? You came the same way you like to talk about this cartel. That's a cartel mindset. But okay,
no,
cool.
it's not. It's
You
not.
pick and
A
choose
cartel
when you wanna be
mindset is to keep the
Nah, you want to be anti-competition until it suits you. Go into taking the best players from the other teams in the Premier League weakens them. What we talking about here? Is that is what I stated to everyone in the panel? Is what I stated? Is that a fact or not? If
what you're saying is fact. It's a fact, yeah. But listen, but we need to say but listen. Yes, they may be losing a player, but you know what they're gaining though? They're gaining financial money from that losing that player, which they can then go. I
guarantee if you ask the fans and ask the manager and ask the teammates, would they rather have the money or keep the fire player? They're gonna say keep the fire player. What we talking about here?
I mean, let's use Chelsea's an example. Let's use Chelsea.
We're talking about like Chelsea only been hot for 5 minutes, so you don't know what it's like losing top players. But
listen. You know, it's interesting for United to say that they're not rubber starting it, so we don't need to even engage in that comment. You know, we don't engage in those sort of playground politics. You got. We don't engage. It's playground politics. We don't engage in playground politics.
You have only been hot for 5 minutes. You got as many league titles as relegations. What are we talking about?
You ain't been hot in a decade.
And you ain't been hot in a decade either. What are we talking about?
You got one champ. We have been. What else you got? In the last decade, you've got one Premier League and one Champions League.
That's it.
And that shows that we are still.
That's it. So you've not been hot. See, that's the difference between a hot decade. That's the difference between me and you. A hot decade and twice. You've been on top twice, and that's a hot decade. You ain't been hot in a decade. What are we talking about? You lot just win transfer windows. That's your trophy. You lot win transfer windows. That's what that is. What are we doing now?
Listen, we just won the Club World Cup,
man. What are we doing?
See,
we've not been hot for a long time. That is facts. But they haven't been hot either in a long time. What are we doing out here? They just make a lot of noise and buy a lot of players and spend a lot of money. And
we have been very hot. We've been hot. We've been very
hot. I think to bring it back, when you guys want to talk about competition and you want to talk about closed doors, open doors, I'm admit, I want and I try to fight to open the door for all. But this settlement is a settlement. I had to concede. I had to say, you know what? We're not going to drag this on. You guys are going to allow me to have my sponsorship deals. You're going to allow me to, over the course of potential 10 years, have a Billy? Okay, let's concede. Let's settle. The APT rules, you guys revise it. Don't have it as harsh as it used to be. I get my sponsorship deal that I thought was unfair. And let's move.
Vator, you admitted
Hold on.
Can we move, please? Can we move, please? Because
yourself.
If Vator makes like one more Robin Hood statement, I'm actually gonna lose my mind.
He admitted he's like they're a greedy bunch of
bastards. I didn't say any of that. I didn't say any of that. Relax.
A greedy bunch of bastards. That's all you've admitted.
Please, let's go back to football, please. We actually can't do this. I genuinely can't do this.
Yeah,
flawless good luck to you, brother.
You greedy bastards.
I cannot do this. I ring the bell. I'm done with this APT talk.
I just want to leave on this note.
After Jay, there's no more comment. Let Jay comment, and then we're gonna move on to the football.
What I wanted to leave, as I was gonna give you a pass then, Vator, and then I realized, you guys said the rules were illegal until they let you guys approve this deal, and now you guys are okay.
No, that's not true. No,
that is true.
No, it's not true. No. Hold on.
The crux of what's happened here.
No, it's not the crux. Don't do that. No, I'm gonna save you. Let me save you. I've been saving all week. Let me save you as well, Jay.
No, Vator. Did Man City have an issue with the rules?
Yes.
Okay. Now
they amended them.
Have the FA approved your deal, your Etihad deal now?
You're skipping a step, but yes.
No. Have they approved it? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Have you withdrawn your claim that the rules are unfair?
We've settled.
Okay, cool. That's all I needed to know. Cool.
No, but Jay, hold on. This is why. This is. I like the smile.
Can we please talk about the
Husam wants
football,
to move
please?
on. You know what? I'm going to talk about this in detail on my show. Go and subscribe. We're going to go into
Yes,
detail.
please,
You know, the Red Cartel don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Red Cartel.
That's
The Red Cartel. Sulz said he's gonna turn Anfield into gold dust. Me and Flawless, I don't even need to speak about our back and forths for the last 3 years on this fucking platform. And Sulz and Flawless had a 3-hour argument on this channel like 2 weeks ago, and we're here talking about the Red Cartel. The whole point of a cartel is everyone gets along. We don't.
No,
They get along financially.
Thank you. Thank you. Listen, hold on. No, don't step on this, please. Don't step on this. He claims that he's Don Husam. Do you know how these cartels fight and bicker and kill each other within the cartels? But it's all about business.
Listen, the only thing is look at the mafia, man. Look at the mafia. You got Don Thingy.
I don't
It doesn't even understand it.
I don't get why Ahmed is doing jumping jacks. You fraud. Where are you? Where have you been, huh? You little pussy. You have hid from me since Isak was announced. You have to be a man of your word, because everyone else was a man of their word except you. You're a pussy and you've been hiding from this channel for the last month. Don't hide again. Admit you were wrong right now and pay your dues. Pussy, don't hide again. Anyway, back to the topic as I was saying. I don't get why Ahmed is doing jumping jacks for Vator. I don't get why Ahmed is doing, he's doing the go east, go west. Vator is the best. I don't know. You don't have associated partners. You don't. Newcastle do, City do, and if Qatar buy any English club, they do as well. So that's the thing. You're missing the point.
I'm probably gonna get rid.
Guys,
go
I'm from this part of the world. I understand what I'm saying. I live it.
This part of the world hype.
The problem with the Middle Eastern companies is they're all owned by the same people. Qatar Airways might have a CEO or someone who runs the airways, but it's owned by the Qatari government. Same way, Visit Abu Dhabi is owned by the UAE. Etihad Airways is owned by the UAE. Like, you get me? Like, all of these guys are owned by the same people. So the source of the money is the same. And the same source of the money owns the football club. So by definition, if I'm sponsored, it's like, guys, hi guys. Today's video is sponsored by. Today's video is sponsored by my cousin Chocolate Factory, but the source of the money is my grandfather. So I'm sponsoring myself. That doesn't make sense.
Listen, man, if I want to pay, listen, all I'm going to say is that keep hating Husam. Keep hating Husam.
Wallahi, I'm so tired of this conversation. Flawless, handle it later on. I'm done with this. I'm done with this shit. You get me? I cannot do it anymore. Let me just read these. Vibrator, your gaslighting ain't.
Shout out to the gaslighter extraordinaire that is Vator, man. He does it.
Extraordinary. No one like him on this platform.
Like
I have so much respect for this guy. He is the best. All the content creators on YouTube, all of them, like Expressions, Lee, Terry, Mark, Saeed, some of the best content creators in history of this platform. No one gaslights like you. You are elite. You're genuinely elite, and I'm a subscriber to Vator Games TV, and that's why I bring you on this channel. You gaslight, legendary gaslighter. Vibrator, your gaslighting ain't working tonight, is what?
Hey, which part's not working tonight?
I like the slander name, Vibrator. I can't lie to you. I fuck with it. I like it. It's creative. I give you that.
The ladies like
Sulz came here today after running the world around the world after Liverpool win. Sulz overconfidence is dangerous. Congratulations, Vator, for 1K. You hit 1K, Vator.
Yes, LFC.
Hey yo, congratulations.
LFC was responsible for that. The irony of a Liverpool rival helping with that.
Everyone, please congratulate him in the chat.
Hey,
congratulations.
for real, thoroughly deserved and way too long, man. Genuinely happy. That's deserved, man. The work for real. Hey, you lot, go subscribe to Vator Games TV. And hey, Sai, fuck you too. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Let's clarify that. Yo.
Oh, I agree with that.
The end. Shout out, Sai's my guy, by the way. For those
I know Sai. Actually, I disagree with that. Sai's the guy that calls in always.
Yeah. Sai, my brethren. I have to clarify that because people, yo, you two got beef. No, Sai's my guy. We cool. That's my brethren.
Big up, Sai. Hey, Sai, I just realized who you are. Literally, just now realized that you're the guy that always calls into the college shows.
Yeah.
I was like, why does this name sound familiar? I just realized it now. Big up, man. Big up to you, Sai.
That's the side.
Red Cartel gimmick in 2025, Cry Me a River. Oh, yeah. Like, because me,
look at Tyler,
love
man.
each other.
Tyler, this guy, Tyler, man.
We absolutely love each other's clubs.
Always giving, always, backing Husam. Tyler, man, have your own opinions, bro. You know what I mean?
Wait, who's always backing me? Who?
Man, this Tyler guy, man, always backing you up, man. Like, he needs some new opinions.
Tyler Jones backs me because you and Vator are gaslighting.
Tell Tyler Jones to get his make your own opinion.
Tyler Jones disagrees with me a lot.
I'm disappointed in Tyler, man. You listen, I'm disappointed in Tyler, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm disappointed in him.
United counting dinosaurs again or Stone Age? You've pissed off the Chelsea fans, Flawless.
Blame Ahmed, man. Like you like as much as we
Listen, man. I'm not. I don't need to.
Scratch that. I ain't hearing from anybody. You lot know what I'm like. I'll go back and forth with that. Even City fan, and they've been the most successful team. Fuck it. If we gonna have it, let's have it out verbally. I ain't hearing from a Chelsea fan. I'm sorry. We've been bad, but you lot ain't been great. You know what I'm saying? How many years?
We've been better than you.
How many? You have. That's not tough stuff. Yeah, because where your bar, I get it.
That's not matter to me.
Because where your bar, that's why. Because where your bar, you'll never hear me say we've been better than Chelsea. Where your bar,
we have been better than you. That's what matters.
You have been absolutely. Because where your bar.
Do you know one thing I just want to add here is that obviously both Chelsea and United, your kind of ethos and identity is identical. That's why you're conflicting, because both of your teams are kind of like your ethos was based around kind of winning. Like both of
European J. I like European champion J. Do your talk, Jay.
So it's like so both of you have the same identity, yeah, right, and that's what it is. And neither of you have put a great Premier League campaign together for a little while.
They've been better than us, so that's enough for him.
They've been better in
Europe.
I'm saying
they've been better than us, so that's enough for him. Yeah.
I feel like that's why Flawless is a little. But Chelsea's MO has always been winning. United's MO was always winning.
But they don't win like that. That's the crazy part. That's why they're here praising third-tier European. That's why they're here praising third-tier European competitions. That's why. Only they would.
Wow, listen, you let the team that doesn't win anything win. You know what I mean?
Did I get it? And they did more than you. Yeah,
that's not on my CV, mate. That's not on my CV.
And 6 relegations and 6 league titles ain't on my CV either. Let's talk about that.
Guys, let's move the conversation along. Let's not talk trophy talks. Let's don't do the trophy talks. Don't stand picked in.
I have nothing against Chelsea. I actually like Chelsea as a club, but their fans talk way too much. I have to go and do research. Their fans talk
so you don't
way too much.
Ready.
Yeah, all what talk way too spicy for a team that has 1 league title in 10 years. What are we talking about here?
Flawless victory.
And also, Flawless, there's another point. Speaking of league titles, you have the same league titles as Sunderland. Tyler is saying he disses me all the time. That's the thing. Ahmed don't know this, bro. My community is one of the most toxic communities on this platform. They literally spend like some watch-alongs, just the whole watch-along, just cussing me and my chair and the haircut and the beard and everything. This community very toxic. They don't agree with me, but you and Vator gaslighting levels is so insane. Your gaslighting levels is so insane. You have reached nuclear waste gaslighting levels.
I genuinely just think that's not true.
Guys, the associated... Khalas, you both are correct. The Associated Partners Program helps Burnley and it helps Sunderland and helps all these guys with rich cousins. Big up, Tyler. City opened the loophole and shut it behind them. Yeah, exactly. City settled.
We didn't want. Oh my gosh.
We didn't want to settle.
We didn't want to.
Yes, let them know, man.
No, they settled as soon as everything went in their favor. Greedy bastards. I'm telling you, man.
We didn't want to. I tried.
No, you did. As soon as they said, yes, you can have all your deals, you can have your future deals.
I hear you, man. Yeah.
I'm fighting on all fronts. APT 115. There's only so many dollars I can put towards my legal team. At a point, I got to be like, I gotta settle.
It's not hard. Don't be.
I mean, listen, I don't think you say that.
For German Chicken Wing for actually paying his dues. Big up to you. I respect it. See, at least you're a man of your word. You said you'll drop a 50 piece if he sacks hands for Liverpool, so at least you're an honest man. So I appreciate the dubs in the chat for him. You get me? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And yeah, respect. Even though you hide from me for a week, but W's anyway.
Wow.
Dubs for him in the chat. Just got here, but I already know Sulz is waffling. Actually, Sulz has been spitting for the last 15 minutes. Wrong guy. Wrong guy. Also, big up my Canadian AI brother. Congratulations, Vator. Yeah, please do congratulate him on the 1K and go subscribe to the channel as well. Despite his gaslighting, he deserves it. Honestly, he's absolutely. It's been too long since he hit 1K. So please go over and subscribe over there. Anyway, let's talk about the football now, ladies and gentlemen. No more APT talk. Okay, Flawless. I will start with you this section because I can't hear Vator now for the next 2 minutes. Manchester Derby this Sunday. Talk to the people for us.
How you feeling? I just seen Marmoush has gone down.
I did. How serious is that Vator actually? Do you know?
We'll talk about City. Go ahead. Talk about.
No. I'm asking that just quickly. Is how serious is it?
We don't know. He's going to be scanned. Yeah, he's going to be scanned. We got to wait. So I got to wait.
Was it a challenge? Was it for those? This is to anyone on the panel before I continue to talk. Well, start to talk about the derby. Was it a contact injury? Was it non-contact? Like I wasn't watching.
Knee injury.
I heard it's knee
injury.
Yeah, but knee. How did like? Was it a challenge? All right. First, in regards to the derby, not confident. No, because it's Manchester United. So of course I'm not confident going into this game. Absolutely not. Don't roll your eyes. You're not a better team than us. You know what I'm saying? This guy rolling his eyes like we're loving hip-hop,
Husam doesn't want me talking right now. You got this.
Yeah, but your facial expressions, I can see you. But yes, as I was saying, no, not confident.
Bro, I love and hate this guy so much at the same time. It's not normal, honestly. Like, I hate you and I love you.
Well, yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Marmoush is fit. Obviously, Cherky is out as well, but again, we'll be bang up for it. The team will be up for it, but there ain't really too much to say. It's like every game, my thought process going into any game, no matter who Manchester United playing, is the same. Regardless of result, it's not really going to be a good performance. The manager's going to do some foolishness. Lineups are going to be bad, etc. I'm not sure on the fitness of us. Like, man, talking about Marmoush, I'm not sure if Cunya's fit and available for this game. Obviously, the new goalkeeper, Lamens, is in as well. Does he start? Reports are saying he will, which I hope he does as well. But yeah, like with this game, we'll see. But we'll give them a game. But confident going into it. No, I think we get a result. I don't think we get beat. I'm confident we get a result. I think it'll be a draw. So we'll see how it goes. But
I feel
ain't really too much to say that's new. Well,
the one thing I would say is that I feel City are a little underrated at the moment because of how they're finishing. That like the first 30-40 minutes of City in most of these games this season, they've been good. They've been arguably the better side. They've played well. But in each of these games, they've either failed to score the goal or they failed to score the second goal that takes the game away from the opposition. And then the opposition's come back into it and they've overrun them and they've lost the legs and stuff. I think City will learn from the first 3 games. I think United should probably go into this game very similar to how Spurs approached it. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a good blueprint for them there. Horrible. United, like Mbuemo running on you on the counter. Is Cunha fit? I don't know. I think City need to win this. I think City need to win this game. Like I think they need to win this game. I think they will win this game. Because the alternative is City losing 3 in a row. Yeah, and we're only 3 in a row, and we're only 4 games in. Like, I don't think Daddy's lost his hat that quickly. Do you know what I mean? I think Pep's still got it, and he needs to show that he's not getting lost with the times. What is it? You either die a hero or you live long enough to become a villain.
Oh, geez, Robin Hood. I'm waiting for it.
One thing I just want
Robin Hood, Robin Hood bar, man. That was your cue.
Yeah. What I said, one thing I'm gonna say is that I think United have to be the favourites there. They've got more points than they're the favourites, man. From what I can see.
Favourites for what? The Manchester Derby game?
Yeah, man. I think so.
Go on, I want to hear this. Go on, why?
Listen, man. I think we've got more points than City in the league so far.
Okay.
City lost their last 2 games. You've just come off a victory in the last game against Burnley. You have a penchant of getting a winner every now and then against them. Let's look at last season with Ahmed Diallo, and what he did there. I feel like this could be like a game where United, they do their thing, defensive resolute, and you've got Mbuemo up top, you've got Ahmed still
maybe a Benjamin Sesko win at the end.
Right. Sure.
What is
so
happening?
we're the favorites because we've got more points. They've lost their last two. What else was it? What was the other reasons?
I mean, Amarin as well. Let's not forget Amarin. Amarin again.
Yeah, let's
not forget Amarin too.
I can't even say this shit with a straight face. I just wanted to hear it again. All right, man.
Let's not forget Amarin
as I
too.
was saying in regards to the game, my thoughts are no matter who we play, like, it's always pretty much the same. It might vary a little bit, but my thought process going into City away is not really any different to Burnley at home or Fulham away or Arsenal at home because the team's terrible. So it don't really change too much. Mine is just god awful. So
can I try to change your mind, Flawless? I actually will say something, unlike Ahmed, I don't gaslight. So what I say, I actually mean. I think the thing with Man United is Man United's arrogance has been a little bit of their Achilles heel over this, probably for a while now, like where, we're like that whole where Man United thing. Now, I feel like things are different and Amram has actually done decently against the big clubs. Amram's biggest problem is the mid-table clubs and the shit sides. But a lot of the, he went to Anfield, got a draw, and Maguire missing is the reason why you didn't even win that game.
Yeah.
You beat Arsenal in the FA Cup as well, with 10 men. You beat Chelsea, I believe it is, or got a draw. I think Spurs is really the only big six side that has with Amarim. So he kind of, despite the fact that I agree with you completely on the manager, specifically after the Fulham game and what's happened like over this Grimsby and everything, I think now he can set up in a style that will actually hurt Manchester City, which is the three at the back and being a bit more defensive, Now, that I think for me will be the reason why I actually think United will win this Sunday. I believe City's defense, and with your forward line, I know Cunha's out, but you still got Mbeumo, Sesko, Ahmed. So those three on the counter-attack is able to hurt Manchester City. And I think Manchester City lack cohesion right now. Like, you're actually above them in the table. Like, that's how bad they've been. Like, you've been bad and you've been above them in the table. I believe you should have gotten more against Arsenal. I think it was an unfair result based on performance. Fulham, I think, was your worst performance in the league so far. And you played really well against Burnley, but missed a lot of chances. So I think, look, it's not all like just completely negative. There are certain positives right now. And I do think in the big games, you do turn up, even with this manager.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, in regards to it, that is one thing he did well last season, yes, was the big games. But I just think that has run out this season. I think because Arsenal was so shocking against us, people praised our performance. I say this before, I say this again. I just think we were less shit than Arsenal on that day. I think we was bad, yes, but I just think Arsenal was way worse. And I even spoke to Sulz about it. But I've not, if I ask him right now about what he thinks, forget the result, what he thinks about the performance, I bet he was fuming. Sulz, what was your thoughts on that performance against us? Was you happy with it?
We did what we needed to do, but we were shit.
There we go then. So, but yet we're getting praise for losing to a shit Arsenal side. Again, we did do very well against the big six teams. I just think it's the end of the road, man. I've been saying this because Arsenal, people can point to and say it was positive. Fulham, we were shocking. Grimsby, even worse. Burnley, yes, we played before you go. We played well, in particular in the first half, and we had chances, and we should have been out of sight. But however, the flip side to that is you are going to miss chances in games, and why are we unable to keep clean sheets? How we got 5 defensive players out there, 6 defensive players, 7 defensive players, and then his manager's like 5 clean sheets in like 30 matches. But because everything else is so bad, that gets overlooked. So you have all these defensive players out there, but yet still can't keep clean sheets. I just think it's done. And even I hear what you're talking about on the counter-attack, winning in Bremo. Exactly that. Couldn't you if he is indeed fit? Let's say a Xerxes or a Sesko, but you know how this manager gonna set him up? If Mount's fit, Mount plays as well. I just think he's the biggest hindrance. He is. Definitely.
Can I say something for us, man?
Who, Mount or the manager?
How about you just back the lads?
The manager.
Oh, okay.
How about you just back the lads, Flawless? How about you just back the lads, bro?
I don't back things I don't believe in.
Well then,
listen,
I don't back things I don't believe in. That's what it is. My support is calling out the nonsense.
This is crazy.
Do you believe Chelsea are going to win the league this season?
It's a possibility.
No, that's not why I asked. Do you believe Chelsea are going to win the league this season?
I mean, listen, there's a small part of me that believes that yes.
Yeah. So do you believe? So what is your? Let's go to it then. What is your top 4 prediction?
Okay, see, now we're doing too much now.
Now we're doing too much. Sorry, go on, so back the lads in it. Back your team. See this nonsense.
I'm not going to be Brentford. That's it. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Go on, Sulz. Say
do you know what it is? Yeah, like I think this season especially, you're right. United confused me because they make a lot of opportunities now. This obviously, I don't watch you guys like I watch Arsenal. Like, you know, watch it again. Like maybe watch it a second time or a third time just to kind of understand where things went wrong. But when I am watching you guys as a neutral, just watching it on TV, like even the Grimsby game, when you look at the Burnley game, for example, the Fulham game, even our game, obviously. Now, you guys do open up teams quite often. The issue that you guys have got is no one's clinical. Everyone seems to have this nervousness as soon as the goal is in front of them. Now, I don't know whether Sesko improves that or changes that, because obviously we ain't seen enough of him, but that's kind of where the problem here is. Now, I've just asked in the chat who the injuries were. Cherki and Marmoush is a big loss for City, especially if we're going with the idea of how United are going to set up. If they're going to go defensive, if they're going to go kind of like, I'm not going to say low block, but, you know, if they do kind of go into a block and kind of stink out a game, Cherki and Marmoush, as bad as like Cherki might have started, I know he scored that stunning goal, has the ability to unlock these sort of games. Marmoush especially, like Marmoush's ability on the ball, close, tight dribbling, all of that can open up and carve up opportunities up. If you are to beat Man City, arguably your best time, or even get a draw, because they are missing 2 key components. Because let's be honest, right, and this is not a diss at Haaland, because obviously he is the best striker in world football, but kind of where his biggest problem comes in is when it comes to low blocks, you need to carve that opportunity for him to be able to do something.
Okay,
now,
so just out of curiosity, because I've not heard you speak too much on the topic. I just was wondering, Ari Gyökeres and your logic as to his quality as a striker and his ability versus low
I said
blocks.
Havertz is better. So
Havertz is better
than Gyökeres, yes, as a striker.
Okay.
I've had this argument.
Okay. I was trying to understand what you think a good low block striker is.
A good low block striker is someone like an Isak, for example. I'd put him more in that opportunity. João Pedro could do more in a low block. Reason to it is you have to have a bit more to your game than an opportunity coming your way. You can't be like clunky when you're dribbling. You've got to be able to kind of have that sort of close control. Not to say Haaland can't, but Haaland's best attributes are when you give him opportunities.
Would it not be fair to say that most teams who face City will set up in a low to mid block,
but they open up eventually?
Yeah, of course. But you know, all games to an extent are played on transition. I'm just like, when you're talking about the best striker in the world, probably.
No. What I'm saying is, look, the reason
I think Haaland unlocks a low block in a different style. I tell you how.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I think Haaland unlocks a low block with his positioning.
Yeah.
But also, I think in terms of positioning, the only one that I've seen as good as Haaland historically is someone called Ruud van Nistelrooy. These two is so good at just being in the correct place, which, as easy as this sounds, like, oh my God, be in the correct place, it's not easy. Like Haaland is and for me, Haaland is the best striker in the world. I get that some strikers are better at unlocking low blocks and exploring spaces and all this, but if you tell me right now you have one striker in your team.
Also what you need to account for is a lot of the teams that do typically set up, let's say, in an actual low block, their quality isn't going to shine through for 90 minutes. Like Haaland, all you've got to give him is half an opportunity and he's scoring. That's what it's also about. Like, it's not just obviously the low block and that's it. If you go against a low block, for argument's sake, right? Let's say Arsenal arguably have the best defense. Let's say we sat in a actual stinky low block.
Why are we talking Arsenal?
No, I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying I'm just saying Arsenal arguably have the best defense in the league. If we then sat in a complete low block, Haaland would struggle because he just wouldn't be given the opportunity because the concentration would be high, all of that. Whereas with the lower oppositions, they're just not going to concentrate or have the quality to keep out on Haaland for the full 90 minutes.
All right. Listen, at the end of the day, guys, and it's funny because you got Don Husam here with his channel. I'm not going to tell him how to run his show, but we hear it all the time. It's a derby. Throw all of this analysis, all of this form coming into the game out the window. You're going to hear Don Husam say it himself when he's about to play Everton down the road. This is a derby, all right? So it's going to be about emotion. It's going to be who's ready to play this game, who's up for it. Now, I don't like the whispers. I don't like that I don't have Marmoush after playing international. I hate international break. And I also don't like that I'm already going to this game without Shirky, and it looked like I was going to go into this game without Foden because he was injured as well. Now, the injury list is long. That's not an excuse. I need a result. I need a win. And I don't need a draw. I need a win. I've been saying it from the beginning of this season. I need to try and keep pace. As much as it looks like Liverpool are getting away from me, I need to be able to keep pace. And that means a win versus United. I think Amrin, obviously, he's playing for his life. He's playing for his life to remain at United. I don't know what that desperation will mean for him and him coming up with the right tactics, but he's already had a good result versus the top six or big six anyways, right? This is kind of like in his wheelhouse. This is what he does. It's against everybody else that's a problem.
Well, he doesn't win 2 games in a row. So
I know that's going against him. He doesn't win 2 games in a row, but at the end of the day, it's a derby. Now, I like what I'm seeing from Haaland. Like, I mean, he did put up some goals. I know it's international. I know it's not quite the same competitive level that we're going to experience, but he looks like he's got his shooting boots.
Who did he score against?
That doesn't matter. I think he scored like 5 goals, but it doesn't matter who he scored against. When it comes down to it, I'm glad that he's scoring goals. I'm glad that he's got his shooting boots. That's a little momentum. That's a little confidence that we can take in, because he was poor versus Spurs and he was poor versus Brighton in terms of being clinical. If we can get 2, 3, 4, 5 touches and it results in a goal,
he scored 5 goals against Moldova, by the way.
Okay, Moldova. All right. Like I said, I don't really pay attention. I'm glad that he
Name
scored.
one Moldovan player.
No, I said it. I don't care.
He said it doesn't matter.
Why does he keep bringing this up? Like, I don't care.
It's not a big deal.
Why is he smiling like that? Like
he
he
scored
did
5
something.
goals, like he scored it against Italy or some shit.
No, but his overarching point is he's scoring goal. He just needs him to score, get momentum.
Goals. He can't help himself.
Yeah.
Husam
But
can't
just
help
brought
himself.
up his Premier League goals, bro. He scored against Wolves twice.
Yeah, 3 games, 3 goals. I think
Then he
he's fine,
scored
but-
against what's their name? Brighton too.
Brighton, yeah. 3 games, 3 goals. It's all calm. I don't stress really about
Did he or Bob score against Brighton?
Haaland scored versus Brighton.
Haaland scored by Brighton. It was Haaland.
Marmoush assisted him with the nutmeg, and Haaland scored. Now, I'm not concerned with Haaland scoring like that, but I want him clinical because he's usually the guy with the brace, with the hat. Like, I'm accustomed to his debut with hat tricks. I want that Haaland back. But we need to be clinical versus United. We know that they're going to try and play us on the counter. Like, that's actually should be expected by most clubs, right? Sulz brought in his club in defensive and being sound. They're probably going to look to do the same. They're going to want to catch City on the counter, and they want to catch City on set pieces. When he was living life 5-1 last season, that's exactly how they got at us. I just want a result. I'm not gonna go too much in terms of who I'm gonna predict playing because I have no idea. We got too many injuries right now. But at the end of the day, guys, when we talk, we do a preview as we get closer to Sunday. It's got to be.
Are they playing buy-in there, or are they gonna risk it with this new keeper they signed?
I'm guessing it'll be. Reports are saying it's going to be Lamens, but I don't put anything past this manager. So it could be buy-in there. He could be.
Well, we both have keeper questions, right?
No, but James Trafford, even if James Trafford plays, you're fine.
Wait, whoa. Who's your goalkeeping options?
Donnarumma or Trafford?
James Trafford and Donnarumma. They're both fine. Bayern Day shit.
It's so good.
No, I'm just saying we got keeper questions. Why'd you do that?
No, but it does not matter.
I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you.
One thing I'm gonna point out. Obviously, listen,
I'm saying Donnarumma buying there. I hear him, and it's a debate. It's a toss-up.
I think for me, that
midfield. Are you man laughing? It's a toss-up. Who knows, man? Hey, who knows, man? Donnarumma buying there.
I think the midfield battle is going to be the midfield battle is going to be a City wash. You know what I mean? I think if City's smart,
I'm not going to lie.
I think if City's smart, they obviously going to have the better midfield than them. You control that midfield, bro. You basically control the game, in my personal opinion.
Is Rodri back?
And Rodri
should be fine. My only concern.
As in, can he start, or is he like more going to?
Yeah, he started against Brighton, so yeah.
He can start.
Okay,
he can start. I don't know if he plays the full 90, but he can start. My only concern is how we set up and what United choose to be City's weak point? Like, are they going to look to attack our right back? Is that the vantage point that they're going to do? Are they going to, and again, are they going to look to flood the wings? I have no idea. But those are my concerns defensively and the pace of the counter. So let's see how we set up. At the end of the day, I can't afford another loss because it's going to be meltdown.
That's the thing. People are talking about United.
That's what I was going to ask. This is going to ask, man.
They can't afford to lose this game.
Three in a row.
12, by the way.
Yeah. They've lost 2 in a row already. Everything's in their favor going into this. United are horrendous.
Do you think it's time to sack Pep if you're on 3-0 in a row? Honest question, man. You know what I mean? We start asking some serious questions, man. You know, 3 L's in a row.
Hey, that blue brother. Hey, Vator. That blue brother shit went out the window real fast, didn't it?
Yeah, it didn't last.
No, that's a fair. No, it's okay. It's a fair question.
Listen,
Wait, Ahmed, ask him the question again. Sorry, so we can hear it clearly.
It's a fair question.
No, I'm saying honestly, with 3 L's in a row, you know, it started to look, you know, with the way that he's been playing in the last season. Is it looking like, you know, Pep? It might be time for us to move on from you. No, it's a vibe.
You tried to nice it up. See how you tried to nice it up.
Oh, I see. If we happen to lose 3 in a row, I'm still not questioning the manager. My manager delivered something that you guys have never seen. Well, you did see because we did it. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to sack him with 3 losses after giving me a 4-peat. He's still going to have more time to cook, so he's deserved that.
Fair enough.
Just quickly before Vator, I know you have to go. There's a couple of people addressing you in the chat. Just before that, can I just get score predictions from you guys? No life stories, just predictions. I go 2-1 Man United.
You stole my scoreline. I was going to say 2-1 United too.
We can have the same prediction. It's okay. We're 6 people.
I don't like giving answers without a life story. That's not what I do. So if you're gonna accept the life story, then I'll give you my score prediction. But if you don't want
we'll accept the life story. Yeah. But before you start it, do we get the scoreline first or at the end of the story? Or
no, yes. The scoreline's at the end of my life story.
All right, cool. Go on. Floor's yours, man. I want to hear it.
So again,
I know what you're going to say.
This is a derby, so I really can't predict realistically. I can't predict until I see the starting 11. I'm going to give you a score line when I don't even know who Pep's going to start. I don't even know who Amarin's going to start. Let's listen. Just know that I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. It's not going to be like the exploits of, what Balotelli did. It's not going to be anything like that. It's not going to be even like what we did a couple of seasons ago where we played them off the park and it was a comfortable 2-0.
Since you mentioned lineups, Vator, let's say we'll give say it's a lineup you do like and a lineup you don't like. From City side of things. If it's the lineup you want and would go with, and then let's say it's a complete opposite, what is yours? I can give you the United lineup right now. Lemens in goal, Euro, Delit, Shaw, Dorgu, Dalot, Casemiro, Bruno, Konyu if he's fit, and Bremo Mount. There you go.
See, Flawless. The problem is I got players that are playing international. So I don't know what they're going to be like coming back. You can easily predict.
Oh, yeah, because Flawless don't have players playing international.
Not like that.
Oh, really?
And also it's a toss.
Do you really want to go through it right now? You want to go through
Not like that.
Also, our goalkeeper.
Don't start for Netherlands?
Yeah. Red Cartel, protect your boy. Go ahead.
Bruno Fernandes don't start for Cameroon.
The same as well.
Protect your man, Flawless. Go ahead.
Our goalkeeping, I'm going back to the goalkeeping part of things. Our goalkeeping issues are the same, so that could play a part with Donnarumma.
No, so I just had Donnarumma make a make internationally. We just saw that, but he might. I mean, we paid big money on him. We might.
How much did you pay for him? Actually, how much was it?
60.
Around 50. But the problem is,
how much was it? I'm asking. I genuinely don't know. Why can't I get a straight answer? How much was Donnarumma?
Because I'm not in my accountant bag right now. I've been in my lawyer bag recently. I haven't been keeping track of the numbers. I've had to keep the track with breaches and rules and laws. Now I don't remember how much we spent, but we spent some big money on him. He's again trouble winner. Just won the UCL. But I want to point out, Pep may choose to play him because of what we spent on him, and it's a derby, or he may have Trafford. Trafford understands the importance of the game. But I don't even know who to pick as keeper. I don't even know who to pick in my back four. Is it going to be Rico Lewis? Is it going to be Kosanov?
That's cute and everything. Now you gave us the life story. Can I get the prediction, please?
That's why I said both.
Yeah.
That's why I said a lineup you like Vator and a lineup you don't like.
Yes.
Regardless, I'm going to say this. It's actually going to be a flip of what Ahmed, my supposedly blue brother, and Husam said.
I'm
It's
doing
a
the reverse
2-1.
gimmick. You did the reverse gimmick here. I think smart.
It's
Can't say you're gonna win.
2-1
Okay.
City.
Flawless and Souls, you guys' predictions?
1-1.
I'm gonna go 4-4.
4-4.
Mm.
I want excitement. It has no effect on me.
No,
Yes.
we
I don't know where to
bring
say it.
excitement to the league.
Souls, you're in a title race with them, man. Like, it does have an effect on you.
That's why he wants to
Well,
drop.
they'll fall off, man. They're not that good this year.
No, so you want us to win because we ain't gonna win the league title. So take points off.
Or go on 5-4 United.
Yeah,
I want an
there we go.
exciting game.
There we go. Like
At
he's
the
in a
Etihad.
title race with you, so we should.
I want an exciting game. I don't want to
No, I
spend
hear
my
you.
Sunday evening on a boring 0-0.
Yeah, no, I hear it. I hear it.
I seen there's other games that day.
Leave the boring games to Liverpool.
Vator, just before you go, because I know you got to go. Eddie, in the UK, we have Color Gas. On YouTube, we have Vator Gas. Great stream, Husam. Big up to the panel. Even Vator Gas, absolute gaslighter.
Eddie, listen, I appreciate the super chat. One thing you got to understand is when you disagree with what I say, it sounds like gaslighting. When you disagree with my perspective, to you, it sounds like gaslighting, but it's a different opinion. But we move. We'll be back. We'll have this show next week when Husam wants to bring the mic all when he does the tap and he brings his mic up and he wants to talk all close. It's because I got him. He's got to respond. He's got to interrupt. We'll be back next week.
Yeah, the only way you get me is gaslighting, not through actually stating facts. I still can't believe you said APT helps poor clubs. That's the worst steak you've ever had. Tyler Jones here, Gagan pressing you.
Let me address this.
No. I don't want to debate it again. Please.
I'm not debating it again. I'm not debating it again.
I've heard his predictions. He has City winning the league. Yes.
So one thing, because the super chat came up. Let me at least respond to it. All right.
Who you want to respond to? Tyler,
the previous one. Who mentioned APT?
Eddie.
Was that not?
He was talking about gas.
Okay. All right. You know what? We'll leave it alone. Go ahead.
Look at this. Tyler
is
always
Gagan
on you.
you.
Tyler always talking. Listen, Tyler, mate, make your own opinion, bro. Again,
Tell him.
Always cooking.
Who told you Tyler doesn't have his own opinions? Why do you make
his
up?
own opinion, man?
I think this is a fair question from Tyler, even though I know that.
Yeah,
Question.
exactly.
I feel like this is Husam's like banner, man. You know, it's
No,
just
it's
like,
not my partner in Australia. I've never stepped foot in that country.
Listen,
Using
man.
a VPN. I see it. I see it.
VPN, man.
He's double Gagan pressing Vator. You winning the league, Vator? Yes or no? Don't waffle. Before you say Liverpool spent X, Y, and Z, City also spent this window.
He's got City winning the league, man.
Listen, we've never seen a club win the league before and look and spend like this to retain.
Here you go. You did exactly what he said you're gonna do. There you are. Can I just get a yes or no first? Can I get a yes or no?
The answer is no. You cannot just get a yes or no. That you can't.
Okay.
We've
Start
never
your
seen a
answer
club.
with yes.
No.
Okay.
See,
Will City
Tyler
win the league?
doesn't-
And then explain as much as you want. But do you think City will win the league?
City will overcome the favorite Liverpool, the media darlings, not being criticized for their spending. City will overcome that and win the league.
Oh.
Fair enough. He answered it.
He's got City winning the league.
Bye, Vator, Donna Runner, like your new goalkeeper.
See,
Tyler,
Come in the chat for Tyler, man. He cooked your
Listen,
ass.
Tyler,
Absolutely.
enjoy this. We will be back next week.
But who does Tyler support? Just like
Oh, why do you say we will
Liverpool
be back next year when you just said you'll overcome us this year?
No, I said we'll be back next week. The show, like I'll be here next week, so we can have this back and forth. Tyler,
Okay, man.
Tyler's gonna get cooked. I'm not even gonna wait for super chats. Tyler, you're gonna be in my mentions. I'm gonna speak about you as I'm talking about the show.
Yeah.
So listen, bless up, good looking out. I'm gonna catch you guys. Flawless. Mendem.
Yeah, I'll catch you in about
Jay, where are you, bro?
On that, Jay.
half an hour or so later. Yeah, I'll see you in about half.
Yeah.
Hour.
Bless.
Bro, you can eat on us on the stream, Jay. Don't worry.
Yeah,
You're
man.
cool.
Yeah.
chap.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Cricket, brother. Shout out to Cricket, man. Shout out to Cricket.
Sorry, I was just eating crackers and cheese. I didn't want people to think this guy's a hobo, just out here eating fucking cheddar cheese.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Husam on the panel, apart from Flawless, is Virgil van Dijk better than Company? Flawless being so fraudulent, Isak played well
yeah.
than winning groceries 25 million.
Comfortably better than Company. No, Company's
Yeah,
not
I
even-
think Van Dijk is better than Company.
Company's not even a. Company's barely a top 10 Premier League defender for me.
Jeez. Even top 10.
I think you guys rate Company way too highly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think he's underrated, but hey, it did the desired effect.
So just so I can understand, like, would you put Company above someone like Carvalho?
No, but Carvalho's supremely high on my list.
That's what I'm saying. So if Carvalho's like,
I think Carvalho's probably is. I'd have to go through it and like do the research, but he's comfortably one of the most underrated centre backs in the Premier League era.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's many better than him, but I'm glad because obviously I got asked this on Back Again, and because I said Company, people have been rattled ever since. And the shit.
Yeah, but that's a crazy answer, Flawless. Company. You think Company that good?
I rate Company extremely highly. Is an unpopular opinion. That doesn't mean I think Van Dijk's
like 7th or 8th or something.
Yeah, how highly we talking?
They both cracked my top 10. Both Van Dijk.
Yeah, they both cracked the top 10.
Yeah, they both top 10.
Yeah, but that's a safe answer. So so is Van Dijk and Company top 5?
Van Dijk's top 5 for me. Company's not.
I agree with Jay.
Van Dijk's top 3.
No, it is. Who's your top 3?
Terry, Rio, Van Dijk.
Terry, Van Dijk, Rio, just because I can't be bothered to argue with United fans.
Because Rio's there, no Yap Stam. This is what we're doing.
Yap, I think Yap's 4th, Carvalho's 5th.
You got Yap Stam. See, Yap Stam's number 1 for me.
Yeah. Yap Stam was.
And then it's
Rio's number 2.
For me, Terry's 1.
Vidic gets overlooked in these conversations.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm already at 6.
That's another centre back better than Company. That's my flawless mad take. Mad take. Fair. Gentlemen, predictions for coming Chelsea versus United. JC, he has rattled you so much. You're asking for a prediction 2 weeks from now. Yani, is that it? Yeah, we have fucking A-listers next Monday. We can predict it next Monday. Why is Can I watch United City first? Can I watch Chelsea Brentford first? Can I see what happens? Fucking hell, Flawless has you in a headlock, bro.
I can't believe this, yo. The Liverpool fans the other day, now this Chelsea fan and that. What I'll say to answer your question, put back up your super chat. You know what I'm saying?
I unstarted that.
Oh, you unstarted? Oh, right.
I'm not going to answer the question.
I'll say the same result that Chelsea get normally, just not a win at OT. That'll be the result. I'll tell you that much. When's the last time you lot won it? Hey, Ahmed, how old were you the last time Chelsea won at OT in the Premier League?
Shit! Great question.
When was that one? 2010, right?
12 years ago.
I remember.
I was gonna say
2013. I did my research.
So that's like
2013.
12 years ago. Time between 12 and now.
So that means I was 15 years old. I think. No. It'll be 14 because it'll be 14. It'll be 14.
He was in high school.
14.
Yes.
King hell, Ahmed. Crazy.
Yeah, so that's
just a startup company then, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what I mean? A non-Chelsea win, man. That'll be the result, mate. Big up to you, though, man.
Me and Flawless go back and forth. He's a crook, but he's a good person, elite content creator. Sub to Sarcasm City TV, all love though. Hey, I agree with the super chat wholeheartedly. Subscribe to Sarcasm City TV. He's my guy, but he is a crook still. This guy, BL eating hobo food, YouTube ass meal. What do you mean BL? What does this mean?
Yeah.
I need an explanation, Fonzie, because this might be a Canadian term and Vator ain't with us anymore.
It could be anything. It could be anything from. It could be like black.
Yeah, we need what this means.
It could be fucking anything.
Yeah, I don't know what this means. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Big up to Terry for the raid as well. Big up to everyone who just joined us from the football terrace.
Bottom left. But how the fuck are you meant to know his bottom left?
His name is Jay. He has a name. He has a name.
Man could have just easily said the guy in the bottom left.
Just like, BL, that's the slang. That's what the kids be saying out here right now.
I want, speaking of, let me ask bottom left a question. Bottom left, Daniel Levy has left your football club.
That's BL to you. Sorry, carry on.
BL, yeah. Anyway, BL, Daniel Levy has left your football club.
Yes.
How do you feel now as a Spurs fan that this is happening?
Strange, like very strange. Like 25 years, this guy. So no Stone, no Levy, no. It just feels like a proper end of an era. Do you know what I mean? Just like it's just a new era for us now. So, just strange. Just like new manager. It's no Son. We've got I think it's only Ben Davies that's left. Like of the last 10 years, Spurs, it's literally just Ben Davies.
No, Ryan Mason.
Mason's at West Brom.
Oh, sweet. So it is a new era.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Ryan Mason's West Brom manager. So this is Dragon Wolf is funny.
What's going on? Jay, are you good? What's going on?
I'm all right. So yeah, no, I'm all right. We'll see how it plays out. We've got West Ham away this weekend, but I'm just like, honestly, I saw what Ineos did to Flawless's team. So and I saw what Bowley did when he first joined. So I'm not one of these people who are like, oh my God, new owners are just gonna fix everything straight away. I feel like as well for some fans, like, you know, the boogeyman, the fictional boogeyman of Daniel Levy. He's the big reason why we've never won. He's the guy. And I think some fans are going to be in for a shock that it's not just him as to why we weren't winning trophies. It's not just him. It's much more than that to win in this climate of football. And I think it'll be interesting to see the new direction and stuff. But I'm looking forward.
Do you think you're going to get brought? Sorry, Jay, because I know obviously your CEO came out like, oh, we're not going to be sold or anything. But if Levy's leaving, I always assume that, you know, it's, new ownership was always going to be coming in. So
yeah, I mean, it's I think for the next couple of years, I don't necessarily think we'll get sold, but I do think in the next sort of 3-4 years we will get sold. But I'm not sure to who or like what's the thing. See, Chris, you're saying it's obvious it wasn't just Levy, but when you're seeing the complaints and people protesting, it's protesting against Levy. Do you see what I mean? How many clubs do you see the separation between chairman and board to the extent at Tottenham? Do you see what I mean? Like, as in, if you wanted,
is that testament to how bad a job he did that they separated the two?
Well, I think it's a case of, like I said, fictional boogeyman. Like, you put all of the issues onto one person. This person is why we don't win. This person, but now you take that person away. It's like I was using this analogy before. You know, like in Dark Knight, Heath Ledger says, "I could never kill you, Batman, because I'm like a dog chasing a car. I wouldn't know what to do if I caught up with it." And this is the new era now. It's like all these protests and things. Are we still protesting the board? Why wouldn't you protest the board? Why would you think the chairman is doing things on his own volition without the board's say so? Do you see what I mean? Like, what, he's not acting rogue.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? He's doing what the board are asking him to. So now he's gone. I'm like, Vinay, he's obviously a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. It's a new era. I'm looking forward to different people stepping up and hopefully doing a good job. But to say I know exactly what to expect is like, you know, this could go either way. I'm hopeful it's going to go well, and we're going to put smart people in good positions, and they're going to make good decisions.
Do you look forward to the future of Tottenham, or are you wary?
I think it's one of these things where it's like, I guess from my point of view, it's more like, okay, well, what next? Because it's like this era that we've just done, it's like Levy, Son, like Levy's been there 25 years. That's my entire football supporting life, more or less. Yeah, he's been in charge of the club. So I don't know no better, really. A bit of Alan Sugar, a little smidge of Alan Sugar. Yeah, but apart from that, I don't really know no better in terms of owners and stuff like that. People can call it Stockholm syndrome, or people might say it's like, okay, just be grateful that he's gone. Like, we'll see, man. I'm optimistic, but I don't know. Like, I'm just like, it does feel like we're just. I don't know what we're gonna do now.
You know what, though? It's the perfect time for a new era, because you've just come on. This is the highest of the highs we've seen Spurs. I know the league finish people are going to talk about, but I'm talking about winning a European competition, regardless of whether it's a second rate, third rate, whatever you want to call it. Who cares, right? At the end of the day, that voodoo. I mean, it is what it is. Like, if you want to call it whatever, right? Like, you know, they've now won that, right? So they've come on the back of winning something. Obviously, now they've got Thomas Frank in, they've got other players in. You know, they're now bringing in some exciting young talent, you know, coming through the sort of the academy, but also buying certain young talent as well. This is the highest I think Spurs are going to be for a very long time. New stadium, new ventures, new investments, you know, all of that sort of stuff. The stocks are high, and if they are going to sell at a good rate, they're probably going to do it now. And you're probably more set up now for a new ownership to come in and maybe make more of a smooth-ish transition. I'm not going to say it's going to be smooth, but a little bit, I'm not going to compare it, but a little bit like Chelsea, where you guys are in an okay place. All you need is someone to come in and just give you a bit of a boost, to give you that extra funding, the extra bit of, you know, just cash injection, and you guys could go to new heights. But ultimately, it comes down to whether these guys can do it now. I will be honest though, when Vinay came in, it was quite confusing because Vinay's biggest strengths are what Daniel Levy's already done for you, which is your commercial deals, which is like all of this, like the go-kart. I know people take the piss, but the go-karting and the shopping center and, you know, all of this sort of extra stuff that brings in money for the club. And it's actually a good way of bringing more revenue, bringing your kind of brand exposure up there. Vinay's very good at that. That's what he did for Arsenal in terms of the prime deal, the sober deals, the Middle Eastern expansion, that kind of thing. And bringing that brand exposure. I know we already had it, but to get it to another level, to get the American buy-in, to get the Middle Eastern buy-in, you know, to get that sort of market. And I think that's what Spurs need. Spurs need to now, with their new stadium, it's not just about filling it up, but it's about going to that next level. And you've done it on the pitch. Now, whether you continue that is a different talk. But now it's about getting that investors, you know, what the investors are looking for. And that's what Vinay will be very good at.
I think that's a good point. I think to paraphrase some of what you said, maybe the relationship side, you know, Spurs have been a bit of an island in terms of, like, you know, how Levy conducts himself and how we go about business. And it could be like Vinay's got good relationships. He's well respected around the league.
He did it at Barcelona as well.
Exactly. So it's like it's almost like they want to move forward. But I think with Levy's issues are like wanting the best for the club wanting to do the best deals and stuff like that. It's like sometimes it can be detrimental over these finicky little details. And yeah, like it's a very difficult question. Like, how optimistic am I about the future? I'm always optimistic. But the thing is that these people who are running the club now, like, they're new. So it's almost like, okay, so how do I think they're going to do? Well, let's see. Because they basically had like half a window where Levy was still there. So I'm asking the question of, like, what next? I swear when Hickson's came in, and Spurs fans were like, yeah. And then a few weeks later, they're like, oh my God, what have we done?
Yeah.
I know, but you know what it is though? You guys have made appointments that make sense for where you are, because what you guys are in this weird phase of kind of transitioning into becoming a bigger team. Like, obviously, it's not just the stadium numbers, all of that, but it's like you've gotten rid of the guys who know how to manage at that level. Levy was good at what that level was, but to get to the next level, you need some. It doesn't have to be every single board member, but you've now got a guy who's been at Barcelona, who's been at Arsenal, has experienced different levels of exposure. You're bringing in, obviously, other guys who have managed at a higher level, the higher sort of pressure, how to compete at the tables of United and stuff like that to get the best deals for you guys to then obviously go and get the players.
It's a well-structured point. I think your point is bang on. I think that you look at it and it's a case of Levy had his opportunity to an extent. And if you look at the last 5 years of Tottenham and then you look at the previous 5 years before that, compare the average positions. Spurs have probably gone from like third average position, third or fourth, to like probably that 17th has probably done a hammer job on the average position. But let's say like average position.
How much control did Levy have? Like, how much of the operate? Because if from an outsider, it looked like he did everything, like the player negotiation.
Yeah, that's what you got. You got a micromanaging person who basically did everything. But those guys still exist. People act like those guys don't exist. Steve Parish, you know, Tony Bloom. Yeah, they've got good people in good positions, but it's that balance of being a guy who's got millions of pounds involved in something. How easy is it to just be completely hands off when it's your £1 million? But like, you know, the guys who don't have the non-billionaires are always really handsy. Like, you think of people like Simon Jordan, Parish, Levy, all these guys, because they ain't got $1 billion. They've got millions and they're running their
Yeah.
club.
But that's why it's the perfect thing to get rid of.
If you gave someone your bank account, and they're just like, all right, just spend it, and you're like, hold on, what are you doing with that? Like, what are you doing with that? Hold on, what are you doing with? It's human nature. So cutting the head off the beast, separating it, letting us go in a different direction. Is the right thing.
That's what you need to do to step into the next realm, because if you have a guy like Daniel Levy who's controlling everything, then you have the wrong guy controlling it. Because the issue is, like, where I think Vinay could help is his experience at Arsenal, because you had a guy we had Richard Garlick doing the player negotiations and contract, Edu doing the sort of buy it, like the club negotiation. Everything was like very much so. This is your lane. Obviously, they may come together and make a decision. Let's go and get Eze. Let's go and get Morgan Rogers. Let's go get. But everyone then falls into line, and this is your part to go and do. It's not like, oh no, Daniel Levy now needs to make the decision and also play a negotiation and the contract. It's like now everyone's got a specialty, everyone's in their lane, knows their job, go and do it. And that's when you can start to get, and that's what you need at those sort of bigger levels, is those niches that are masters of their craft, not the masters of all, and like, you know, jack of all trades, but master of none. You can't do that at the bigger level. You need.
I think time will tell with Spurs, and we're gonna have to wait and see. That's the thing. I look forward to seeing what Spurs can do now with a new era, and we shall see. Anyway, final topic of the day. I don't want to keep you guys for too long. Just the Liverpool Arsenal title race. You get me? Big up to everyone locked in. Please do hit the like button. Please do subscribe. Mr. Sulz, 1,000,000% you will beat Liverpool. You're gonna turn Anfield into gold dust. You get me? Obviously, that did not happen. How do you feel about?
You did turn it to dust. It was a bit of a boring game, but I think obviously when you're watching it, it's like for an entertainment.
Do you believe Arteta is a coward? By the way, I get to ask you that question.
No, I don't think he actually went for a cowardly tactic. I think he tried to go for a tactic that would go there to utilize and to nullify your strength, which we did do. I know you guys won in the end, and a lot of people are going to go, but you didn't win, so it clearly didn't work. But the reality of the matter is the way that we deploy or try to deploy Mikel Merino isn't as a 6. We've never played him as a defensive-minded player. He's always been a lot more attacking, getting into the box, being a box crasher. Even at Real Sociedad, he's more of an 8 than a 6 he's ever been. So I don't think it was a case of that. What we wanted to do was try and go a bit more reserved and hit you on the transition. It just didn't happen. It just didn't work out the way it was planned. But that's because, and this is where you have to give credit to both managers, they found a way to nullify each other, that it took a brilliant free kick to separate the two. Look, I hold my hands up. I did go there cocky and I went confidence, and you know, I did actually believe that the team could do it. And I still believe, like, even with that game plan, they could have done it. Now, there's certain, obviously, you can look at the game and, you know, Slot nullified everything Arteta tried to throw, any game-changing, like, tactics, everything like that. And the same way, you know, Slot's tactics also got nullified by what Arteta did with the team in terms of how he set them up. No team could sit there and go, they outperformed each other. I'd say it's actually a fairly balanced game when you're actually watching it. Now, stats may say a different thing, but when you're looking at the game in a whole, it was a free kick that separated.
I think second half we were a lot better.
But you didn't dominate us, though. That's the difference. You didn't like.
We did. We had 67% possession in the second half.
No, it's not about possession. Like, I watch the game, I don't look at possession, because possession can be meaningless at times as well.
Yeah, but we're the ones that had the chances in the second half. Like,
yeah, but it wasn't. I think
the first half was even, but in the second half, we were the one that had the chances.
Yeah, but it wasn't like, you didn't dominate, you didn't destroy us, you didn't do like.
Yeah, we didn't dominate. That's not how big games are won.
Yeah, I did. You know, I'm going to stop in here.
All it was a singular moment. It's not like it was a 3-1 where
but
you're
it's
like,
not just that though. That's my point.
It was literally a free kick that separated the
Liverpool until the free kick had 67% possession of the football and
possession, 3 chances. You could be passing it
but
behind.
It's not meaningless because I just said we created 3 chances.
You didn't do much with it.
I just said we created 3 chances.
In the first half, right? Arsenal was much better. They did create a few chances here and there, right? Compared to Liverpool, it was actually the second half when Liverpool really got into the game. They'd made some changes which even helped them out a bit more further to actually like continue to do stuff. I think what hurt Arsenal.
Jones made a big difference.
Yeah, I think what actually hurt Arsenal. Generally, I think what hurt Arsenal, in my personal opinion, was that that Arteta should have made the subs that he needed to make a lot sooner. That's genuinely what I heard you guys.
The other thing I would say on that is, look how many goals Mourinho scored. I think retrospectively, because they lost the game, we'll do results-based analysis. So to be fair, you have a player that scores a lot of goals from midfield in Mourinho. A lot of other people were swept up in the narrative of they have X number of number 10s on the bench. You know, first half, it worked. Yeah. I was like, this is a good performance by Arsenal. They're doing well. Now, Martinelli was having a bad game. But I guess in terms of covering and stuff, he was probably having a good game. In terms of maybe what Arteta's not leaving the guy on the pitch when we're all seeing what he's doing offensively. Unless he's doing the stuff defensively, right? And therein lies the problem. Yeah. Too concerned with what's going on that way and not concerned enough about going the other way. And this performance, it degraded up until you brought on Eze and then started looking a bit. But you were like, lose. So for me, it's kind of like,
Odegaard, but yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's more like, because you didn't get the result, we can all be critical of how you went about it and then look at alternative ways of how you could have gone about it that might have got a different result. But in the main, it was a pretty tight game and a screamer free kick settled it. But when we reach our conclusions, we're going to be hypercritical of Arsenal going away, missing a couple of key players and losing narrowly to a 30-yard free kick. Do you know what I mean? That's what, you know, week past the game, I can distance myself from the tribalism and be like, you know, but then can criticize, like say, you spent £300 million to have all the assets in the toolkit to pull the trigger earlier, to make these changes earlier, to be decisive. And not even to mention, why is a 15-year-old coming on like as the guy?
Technically one of our best players at the club.
Fair enough.
And here the thing is with that though, Jay, when you are so defensive and you are negative, you leave yourself open for a moment of magic to take the game away from you with the fine magic. That's where the issue lies, because I think if Arsenal go for it, they get something from the game.
But you know,
Exactly.
but here's the thing now, and obviously people
Sulz spent the whole time going like Liverpool's defense, but you didn't.
And you never tried to expose it. That's my thing.
I by the way, I'm not saying 100% agree with the approach, but I think I understand why he might have done it. Because when we've gone to Anfield in the past, we have taken early leads there. We have gone like 1-0 up or 2-0 up in the first sort of 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so, right? But moments change the game and we end up drawing or we end up losing the game because we've over-exerted ourselves, because that starting 11 is made to just attack. Whereas with Arteta's gone, okay, cool. He's probably overly believed that his team can score. That's probably where he went a bit naive, because this season, if we're talking this season alone, forget about what we've done in the past, we haven't really looked like we're firing. So to have that belief this season that this team can score at any moment was probably the wrong thing for him to do. But I don't disagree with how he tried to change something to make us win.
Yeah, but the thing is
his approach is probably, let's keep it 0-0 and then change it so that if we score, they don't have enough time. And if they score, obviously it backfires on us.
But the thing is it's more like fortune favors the brave. Do you know what I mean?
And that was the point I'm making about possession.
It's like you're on 15 in blackjack and you take a card. Do you know what I mean? That's brave. Do you know what I mean?
I don't
take a card against the 7.
I think the way, because Liverpool nullified us, it looks like we weren't brave. But the reality is, I think what they tried to do was go, okay, so far, everything points to transitions are their weakness. Like if you look at the Bournemouth goals that they conceded, when you look at any goal that they've conceded this season, it's mainly come on transition and pace. So what they've looked at, and Arteta's looked at and gone, okay, let's do that. Let's see if that works, because we've got players who can then go attacking intent. Get Eze on Odegaard.
So how about we look at it like you're looking at it from the Liverpool point of view? How about we look at it from the Arsenal point of view? You played 2 difficult away games, United and Liverpool, and in open play, you've created very little.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the facts that we're dealing with here. So you can then look at those 2 games and say you got the win versus United, maybe a little lucky, versus Liverpool, you can argue you're unlucky. People will argue Liverpool deserved what they got because they stepped it up in the
Whoever
second.
won it deserved it. That's my point.
But the logic is when you play margins football, you're going to get done by the margins time to time.
But it can also work in your favor. So it's a high risk, high reward kind of situation.
Shouldn't be playing
That's the point. It's not high risk. That's the point. It's not high risk. And that's
he
why
shouldn't be playing margin football either. You're not Bournemouth. You're not.
We're not playing. Look, we're not. It's not exactly playing margin football though.
No,
it's trying to look at. But he's trying to look at the opponent and see what their biggest weaknesses and trying to expose it. That's how you play football.
That's where we disagree. I don't think he did everything in his power to try expose.
Exactly.
Liverpool would have been over the moon with that team. That's where the issue lies.
No, because
look at the lineup. Us five here. All we have to do is look at the Arsenal outfield players in the 10. Take out Gyökeres. Who's scoring?
Martinelli.
How many between them? Let's take Gyökeres out of it. Because my manager did the same against you lot. Take Gyökeres out of the lineup and look at the other 9 outfield players.
Marino can score.
So the point is I'm making. What did they total in league goals last season? That 9.
I'll have to go and check it. I don't know the exact spot.
I guarantee it probably wasn't even 20.
Marino had a high.
But even if
Madueke wasn't here. Rice had a good GA.
Okay, but look at
I'm talking about output. Like here's what I say: if you lot were playing a team and chasing the game at home, you'd be livid about that team. That team had no attacking intent. Yeah. The team
it did have an attacking.
Hold on, before you look at, but hold on, just before you go into that point, you look at the team and to follow on from Flawless's point, you say, okay, well, who's going to score? Cool. Who's going to create the opportunities to score?
Big up, boys. Big up.
Yeah.
Blessings, Ahmed. Yeah. Every time. Big up.
Because the thing is that then you start getting into corners, set pieces, all of this sort of stuff. Because in open play, who's creating the opportunities for you to get goals? Do you see? So whilst it's not impossible that you can create and score.
Here's the thing. Look, let me tell you, I understand what Flawless is saying because this is my perspective. Headed into that game, everyone was talking about how Liverpool conceded 7 goals in 3 games and blah blah blah. You didn't test our goal though. Like and you said it yourself, fortune favors the brave. Second half starts, Liverpool have 67% possession of the football, 3 created chances. By the way, the reason why it's only 3 is because Salah had a bad touch on 2 of them. Had he had a good touch 2 times, that's another 2 chances right there.
Yeah, we can do it for some maybes. Madueke beats Gyökeres instead of him getting a last-minute ditch tackle.
A bad touch has nothing to do with Arsenal.
Eze on another day could have got a penalty. We can all do that. Like it's not.
There's no way you believe that's a penalty.
No, on another day it could have been a penalty. It could have been a bit bigger push. So we can all go down that route of like, if he had a better touch, if he did this, if he did that, but
my god,
it is what it is.
I really thought we were having an objective conversation until I heard
but you got the if buts and maybes. I'm being objective. You're just being like,
I'm not saying if buts and maybes. I said Salah had a shit touch. How's that an if?
It is an if. You said you only created 3 chances because of this. It's like, well, we didn't.
No, I said we had 3 chances, and the reason why we didn't have more is because Salah had a shit touch on 2 of the counterattacks. Yeah. Therefore, that's not an if. That's not a maybe. That's what happened.
You just didn't use the word, but you're basically saying it.
No, it's not an if at all. It's a fact. Salah had 2 touches.
Okay. So you had 3 chances. But you're just not using the word. You're circumnavigating the word. That's it. But
I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm stating a fact that happened in game.
Yeah, but I can state a fact as well. As they could have got a penalty.
No, that's not a fact at all.
It is a fact.
It's not even like.
Because if the referee deems even a soft touch as a penalty, they have given him before.
You're missing the point here. I'm saying Liverpool attacked in the second half. From the beginning until we scored the free kick, we were the better team, and it's shown by the stats and the eye test. We were the ones that actually attempted to win a game of football. Arsenal didn't in the second half. I think Arteta would have taken a draw at halftime had you given it to him. That's just the type of manager he is. Jay said...
Why bring Eze, Odegaard, Max Dauman on if he's settling for a draw?
Didn't he bring Max Dauman on after he scored?
After, but he bought Odegaard, Eze. Why would he do that if he had the intent of a draw? You just keep putting defenders on.
That was the aim. It was to keep it close and try and nick it late. But the only problem I have with it is try and exploit
No,
Liverpool.
I'm just saying, like, this idea that, Arteta would have taken a draw. Like, he wouldn't have taken a draw. He didn't play for the draw. Otherwise, he would never make the change.
He played to nick it and win it, yes. But he only played to win the game for the last, whenever we made them subs 20 minutes with 20 minutes to go. All you had to do was just put on a 10 on the pitch. And all this conversation's dead, which he should have.
No. Moreno is like an 8-10 for us. Like, the way he plays isn't exactly a.
Right, hold on, but Sulz, what's your take? Like, obviously at the end of it, you lost, and so are you going? I mean, I'm trying to understand the positioning of your where your logic is now. Are you trying to, like, because obviously it's only 3 games in, it's early, yada yada, but. I mean, obviously, I'm sure you were confident going into that game. You thought we're not gonna lose here. You've obviously lost.
Yeah.
So I mean, Gyökeres had 2 pretty bad performances against Liverpool and United.
Yeah,
it did well against Leeds. I mean, what's your thoughts on, like, I don't know, like Gyökeres? Actually, yeah, I might as well just ask you what are your thoughts on Gyökeres so far.
I mean, that's flawless. He rates him.
Who, Gyökeres? Gyökeres is a good striker.
I'm not the one who's saying it. I'm saying, look, he can prove me wrong. He can prove me wrong.
So to Gyökeres, yes, Gyökeres is a very good striker. Has he looked awful at Arsenal? Yes. But you don't add in when, again, you've got Moreno, Martinelli, and Madueke behind you. Who's creating for you? None of those three.
He's had other games where they could have created United.
None of those three created. So he played. He
had Saka at United. He had Odegaard versus United. He was
poor against us. Bear in mind, he was poor against us. Yes, he was poor against us. That's
why.
But
it's 3 games. I'm not writing this.
Also give credit to our centre backs because they did the business. Because our centre backs are very good. Of course,
I'm not sitting there and saying
is good. Yoro's good. Those 2 centre backs. But in regards to Gyökeres, because you mentioned me about rating him, you lot don't play to his strengths at all.
Yeah.
That's on your manager. Gyökeres do better?
I'm not answering the question on, like, whether he's going to be a failure. I don't know. Like, that's for him to prove me wrong. It wasn't the striker I wanted, but I'm not going to sit here and moan about it. Like, it is what it is. You don't always get what you want as a fan. You do sometimes have to go and get. Look, Gyökeres obviously has shown his ability. He can score goals now. We'll see, because Nottingham Forest is another game where he should be scoring against. Like, that's where he should be stepping his performances up. Now, the only sort of grace I give someone like a Gyökeres is he didn't have a preseason. I know he played like 1, maybe 2 games, but he didn't really play. So he's getting up to fitness. It's going to be a bit like Isak. Isak may or may not look good, but that's going to be down to the fact that he didn't go to preseason at all. So that's why I'm just giving it time, let him embed in, and we'll see if. Look,
I watched Sweden versus Kosovo. Isak looked so good in 18 minutes. Like, drop deep, collect the ball. Even like as soon as he came on, immediately Sweden started playing well. So I'm excited at the prospect of watching Isak play for my club this Sunday. But anyway, listen.
With Gyökeres, that's more so. Yes, does he need to do better overall? Yes, you gotta do better when you're duels. Gotta do better at holding the ball up. But like I've said to you, Sulz, from the jump, man, the biggest issue is your manager. He has everything he needs to go and win the league. Your squad is good enough to win the league. No. I'm not talking about the 3. No, I'm not talking about the 3 games. I'm talking about overall. Because when me and you have spoke, I had this energy beforehand. The team is there. Your team is there to go and win the league. Say again.
And we'll see if
you know he's not delivering.
Right now, it's not winning.
Souls, we know
we don't know.
Let's just be honest. We do know it in our prediction. All right, so who are you predicting?
That's why at the start of the stream you said lift the big ears.
Who do you predict?
The Premier League.
Right, what's your prediction then? Who's your top 3? Top 4 for the Premier League right now?
Arsenal, Liverpool. At the moment, Chelsea, because City just don't look up.
All right, so you have Arsenal winning the league, so that's where we disagree. All right, cool. And we're going to be here when you lot don't win the league.
And I'll be
winning the league on the Arteta, man. I'm telling you. Man.
We will be winning it this season.
I can't believe there's Arsenal fans that still believe in this guy, but all right. And that's not just off this season. This is off his entire reign because he should already have a Prem title. And if he was the manager, the caliber of the highest level, he has one. Nobody else tops a league for 93% of the time and doesn't win it. But he gets obliged. I don't know why, but here we are.
He doesn't get obliged. It's a few. No. But he doesn't get obliged. The amount of disrespect that puts on his name. Like, come on now, let's not.
No, he gets obliged. He gets a pass for that.
No, he doesn't get a pass for it.
He gets a pass for that.
No, he doesn't.
He's still in the job. People still.
That's not a pass. That's a pass from us. But that's now you look at the way people talk about him.
In what?
So he
in what
doesn't get a
sense?
pass. People criticize the hell out of it.
Now I give
It's
him
not-
credit. Like, I give him credit. Is Arteta? I think Arteta is a good manager. Yes, I think if you're trying to become a top 4 side, top 3 side, Arteta is your guy. If you're trying to raise up from a mid-table level or challenging for
This is the
European
most
spots to
perfect team
higher,
he's had. If
he's
he
the
doesn't
guy.
do it with this, then I agree. But I do believe now that he's got this level of tools, he will do it.
Well, see, we've already seen it that you're doubting Gyökeres, and that's mainly based off him and how
No,
he's.
I'm not doubting. I'm just saying, look, it's 3 games in.
Prove me wrong. That's doubting.
Yeah, because I didn't rate him before he came.
No, that's not what he means, Floods. He's talking about he didn't want him before, remember?
Yeah, but it's like he's proved me wrong. So you didn't want him beforehand, but we all know he's a talented striker. So therefore, deal with it. Your manager wanted.
No, but I don't think
your
he's that
manager
talented. You think he's I don't think that, but he can prove me wrong on that.
Yeah, your manager agreed
It's
to
the
get
same-
him.
It's the same with a lot of people doubted Sesko, right? So Sesko obviously was doubted. Like people are like, no. If Arsenal gets Sesko, we're putting our feet up, right? Husam said that as well.
But forget the fans. I'm talking about from the manager perspective. He deems him good enough. So get the most out of him. You are not getting the most out of Gyökeres.
At the moment, he isn't, but I do think he's building towards that. He is showing the signs of trying to get the best.
We'll
out of
see
it.
this
And I do
Saturday
think-
against
I do
Forest.
also think Eze coming in is a prime example of us doing the smarter thing of getting the right profile for Gyökeres.
I don't know how much Eze plays if everybody's fit, to be honest.
He'll play
Left
a lot.
wing.
Have you seen Martinelli? The guy's pants.
But yeah, he's still playing.
Yeah, because he has.
Martinelli will play, but
Trossard's just as bad.
Yeah.
There's
But
no-
I'm saying
he doesn't
Eze should
really-
play out there. That's the point I'm making. Like
That's what I'm
Eze
saying.
should
Yeah,
be-
we'll see. Obviously, I do think you will because it was
We'll
just
see.
4 days.
Time will tell. Let me
Well,
just
fair
grab
enough,
these
Souls,
two
you got
before we...
Arsenal in the league. Fairs, I respect.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does.
I
You
really
know Souls ain't going to come on no camera and say Liverpool are going to win the league. You get me? Let's
Oh,
just
that
be
as
honest.
well. But no. But it's not even about a camera thing. I genuinely believe
Nah, you
this
believe
year
it.
we will.
I believe you believe it, Souls. There's no doubt about it. If it didn't, I wouldn't have the conversation with you.
Yeah.
I believe that you believe it 110%. I disagree with it.
Other
but I
cups,
agree.
I don't think he'll do anything in, but the Premier League, I do think he'll go for it.
All right, we'll be okay.
Arsenal fans are very clever. Deflect from the fact they promised to smash us in stone by picking apart the performance. You lost, clean sheet on your head top.
I mean, literally, the opening sentence I said was, "Yes, I admit that I said all of this." So I'm not running away from the statement.
You said you'd win 4-0, by the way. That's the problem.
And I
You
said,
went-
I said that.
You went OTT to say...
Souls, you didn't say that. You didn't say he was going to win 4.
He did say that. He did say that.
Is that Husam? What happened?
No, he didn't say
I
that.
said,
The clip is on my channel. Go watch it.
No, I'm saying
He said
you
Joker is
said
going to destroy Van Dijk. It's on the
Okay.
channel. Listen.
I'm saying somebody said something to you, Souls, for you to respond with that. Or did you just say that?
Mhm.
No one said that.
No. So obviously
He
they
just
were saying
said
that Gyökeres has been shit. All of this sort of
There
stuff.
we
But
go.
I said-
See, I knew there was something to it, man. I knew there was there, man. This
look,
got Husam.
You're
saying-
excusing him saying he's going to come to Anfield and
I
win
am not
4-0.
excusing it. No. I'm not excusing it.
That's
No,
what I'm
there's
saying.
no excuse. There's no pass. I'm just saying I know Souls well enough to know you didn't go, Souls, what's going to happen in the game? And Souls goes, we're going to win 4-0. I don't think the conversation.
That's
went-
literally what happened. I'll play you the clip.
No.
That's it.
I was like, Souls, what do you think?
That's
Oh,
not what, no.
okay, watch this. You want to do this? We'll do it.
No. So because you're gonna do a clip. If you're gonna clip it, of course it's gonna sound like. But if you're
No, I'm
watching
gonna
the
spoil
entire
it right
show, what
How
happened?
did
was
it
you,
start?
No. You guys were going. It's only Leeds. He can't do it. He can't do this. He can't do that. It's only Leeds. It's only Leeds. It's only Leeds. So I said, no. Look, the way that Gyökeres plays and the way that you guys have been performing, Gyökeres can destroy Van Dijk. Because of the transitions, because he's been destroyed. In
Okay, here,
transitions.
Habibi. Here. Everyone now.
Well, you
listen.
gotta watch the whole show. You can't just watch.
Yeah,
it.
you
Wait, Habibi,
Oh,
one
no,
second.
that-
1 second. Just listen.
Sunday.
We did one at the Emirates
Sunday.
with
Sunday
Luis
evening
Diaz
is
and
gonna be the
Darwin
next time that institution gets a battering. I'm telling you. You don't know the demon that's awoken after tonight. Yes, but why did I This say evening, go back? when No, Gyökeres go put back those goals further. in, it's over for the Wait, league. That's oh, just no, the I'm not start letting of this the run train. because what I'm you've done is telling where you, I this is started it. speaking. Go All back he a bit needed more. to do was get his first. Go back further. That's what I'm saying.
We
Go
were
back
just
further.
What do you mean further? What do you mean go further?
Go back further. You can't just start from where I
We were
was
just
speaking.
previewing the game.
That's what I'm saying. I like I said, I stand on what I said. There's no way. I knew there was more to it. There's no way Husam said, yo, Souls, how's the game gonna go? And Souls goes, yeah, we're gonna win 4-0. No, it didn't go like that. There was more that was said. And this is why Souls said, yeah, there was more that was said. I'm fully aware of that. I know what you're like, Husam.
They were like,
There's
it's
no
only
way.
Leeds, it's
You're
only
saying
Leeds.
you want
Okay,
to
listen
the
to
point
this.
he
Listen
said
to
that.
this. Just listen to what he said. Just listen to
Yes,
what he
but
said.
there's more to it. I know what
Yeah,
I've
there's more
said.
to it.
what
Just
I've said.
listen. Can we just listen? Can we
No,
just listen?
because
Yeah.
no.
We
If
are
you're
gonna
gonna bring the
stink
context of
with
that Anfield out, and we're just gonna hit you on the break after break after break after break after
And I've
break.
said that's the plan.
That ACL's gonna come, running back, and Van Dijk's gonna go down because he's just gonna have enough. He's an old man trying to run back, chase this train. Ain't gonna happen.
Which fraud put the ads?
No, I mean,
All we're gonna do
it's
is
not
like the same
getting
thing we did to
any
United.
better.
We stank
Bro,
up Old Trafford, but this time Gyökeres is confident. He's firing to go. Guess what? We've also added a bit of sprinkle to the dust as well. We've got Stardust in this now. Yeah, he might have ditched Spurs to come to the Emirates. He's going straight into Anfield, and he's going to show you what business is.
And he did show you
And I'm
what
telling you,
business was.
this
in
is what
20 minutes.
exactly what's going to happen. You guys are going to need to change from the Firebirds. You may as well just merge with Everton, because what we're
oh
going
my
to do
God!
to you, that's all that's gonna
Why would
save
you want us to have played this?
you
Insane,
guys are already. And also, there's also a
what I
After
said,
all
I said
this,
it,
what do you
what
expect
you want
then
me to do? I
next
can't
week? No,
change
watch.
what-
No, wait. Here's the question. After all this, what do you expect?
minimum 2 goals from Gyökeres, minimum.
So you're
And a
gonna win
clean
at
sheet.
Anfield, you think?
Oh, we're gonna win.
and I've said we
Winning's
should
gonna
have
be a
won at
nice word
Anfield.
to
I'm
use.
not denying it.
So what are we saying? 3-0, 4-0 then? Is that what
Oh,
you're saying?
it could go more. It could get nasty for you guys.
Husam.
There you go.
Has Haaland
There you go.
Why
It
would
is what it
you
is.
say
It
these
is what it is,
things?
man.
Why
It is
would
what it
you-
is.
why-
Nah,
I didn't make up
Hassan was on his case before that, man. That wasn't the start. Like Hassan was on his case.
Wallace, can you
before
have
that.
some shame? Can you have some shame?
Okay.
You have some shame.
Bro,
I have
no,
some shame. You know, I didn't clip him out of context.
flawless. There's flawless.
No, I'm not
The
saying
only
no.
thing
I'm
There
you
not
is
say-
no
the
excusing
only
anything
thing
he
you
said.
I'm not
say-
saying you clipped him out of context.
Flawless,
It's in
there's no-
context.
Flawless,
I'm just
come
saying,
on, man.
JJJ. I'm just saying that Sulz
We
just
listened
didn't
to
say
two
it
and a
out
half
of the blue.
minutes. We listened to two.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
man,
yeah. And
that
how-
man was saying those things from his heart with minimal pressure.
Because Hassan
Minimal
was there
pressure.
being smug and smiling in his face, and Sulz said, "Forget all this." That's what happened. 100%.
Hey,
man.
listen, that's fine, bro. That's fine, but
Here's the thing though, Jay. Everything I said it did happen. We're gonna break them on the. That's what we tried to do. It just didn't happen.
I mean,
So I agree. We
obviously
were
that's
gonna
not
go
all
there.
the
Everything you
time.
said
And
did
if
happen,
you,
but
if
it
you
didn't
left it
happen.
at that, I don't think we'd be doing this right now. Like, I think it was more the mocking of Van Dijk and the minimum of 2 goals of Gyökeres. I mean, there's a lot of stuff.
Gyökeres alone 2 goals, by the way.
You,
Just
you could have
Gyökeres.
got the sentiment of what you said.
Yeah, but I
without
also said
putting
Eze
your
would
name
start
to
in it. I
specific
genuinely thought Eze would start, but he didn't start. So things changed a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we went from 4-0 to 1-0 Liverpool because of Eze. Big up to Julius, who says Chelsea will be title contender that nobody's keeping an eye on except Husam. Remember that? Hey, I remember it. Don't worry, Julius. I got you guys. Chelsea fans, we have an allegiance this season. Anyway, guys, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Go subscribe to all these guys' channels as well. All the links are in the description. We're going to be redirecting you over to Sarcasm City TV. He's live right now on Sarcasm City TV. So go over there, raid his channel, and show him some love in the chat as well. Love every single one of you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Peace out.
There you go.